Welcome to CineQuest Video.
Meet little Melvin. He's a 90-pound weakling. Everyone hated Melvin.
I'm gonna take this mop and shove it down your throat.
They teased him.
I want to do it with you. Okay.
They taunted him. They tormented him until he had a horrifying accident and fell into a vat of nuclear waste. Transforming little Melvin into a hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength. Melvin became the Toxic Avenger. The first superhero born out of nuclear waste. Yes, the muggers and the rapists didn't know what law and order was until the Toxic Avenger came to town.
Holy shit!
I don't know what it was, but it saved my life.
All right, everybody, drop your tacos or I'll blow your brains out.
The vandals and the perverts had their way with the little people of Tromaville until the Toxic Avenger ripped them apart. The Toxic Avenger. His face is so terrifying. We can't show it to you now. You'll have to see the movie for yourself. The Toxic Avenger can bend steel with his bare hands.
Oh, we're all a kid. Get it?
Leap small cars in a single bound. He crushes drug pushers. Smashes hit-and-run drivers. And gives all criminals their just desserts. The Toxic Avenger.
He was a hero.
He's a hero.
Wow.
He's a fighter. He's a lover.
Well, Melvin, you're beautiful.
The good citizens love him. The fat and corrupt hate him.
Kill that bastard for me. You gotta kill him.
Yeah.
Will he survive? For incredible, explosive action, you must see the Toxic Avenger. He's a different kind of hero. The Toxic Avenger is coming to your town. Look out.
All right. Okay.
Roland was thinking that he was surprised there wasn't more titties in the movie.
Yeah,
Really?
I was expecting more. I mean, for where it was like filmed,
Yeah, and like how it's all mostly based on a fucking
you
hell
know,
spot.
I was
You'd think there'd be a
expecting
shit
there
ton.
to at least be like some kind of like Porky's or whatever Revenge of the Nerds shower scene with like just
straight up dick through the fucking peephole.
yeah. There you go. Right. The Toxic Avenger, fucking just slamming his shit through the wall.
Man, write your own Toxic Avenger movie. There you
Man,
fucking
that
put
was
all
a
that in
good
there.
idea.
Why you putting it on fucking Lloyd Kaufman? Make your own shit.
Right? Yeah.
That's what he would tell you.
I gotta
He probably
find
doesn't even have the
somebody.
rights to it anymore.
Make your own damn movie.
Yeah.
We've talked about this already.
It's all up on YouTube, like public domain shit.
Yep,
Man.
and then they're gonna spin it into another kids show.
Okay, so I have 2 years here. I had one that said 1986 and 1984.
Wow,
Which is the
1984.
real one.
84? 94?
Yeah.
84 was the first one. And then 86.
No.
He's got two dates on when it was
I got 2
released.
dates on the same that it was released.
So was like one in...
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's like
Now
another
it says
movie that
1986
said
here on the release date. Okay,
Oh,
I'm get started.
It was like 1984. That's before its time shit.
Yeah.
Man.
always.
All right, welcome to CineQuest Video. Today we're going to be talking about the Toxic Avenger, which is our last installment of the Troma Entertainment series.
Last installment of Troma Entertainment, first installment of the Toxic Avenger series.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that at some point.
The flagship.
How many Toxic Avenger movies are there? There's three.
There's three.
Yeah.
Oh, a
Toxic
trilogy
Avenger
for
part-
next year.
That's right.
Toxic Avenger Part 2 and then
Motherfuckers.
Citizen Toxie.
Yeah.
Actually, I think they may have tried to do some more. I don't actually really don't remember, but I think there was some like newer ones.
Yeah.
Well, I
was thinking
mean,
it
we're doing
was-
trilogies, horror trilogies next year. So
Yeah, I'm looking
Because
forward to the
was
Apocalypse
Citizen
trilogy.
Toxie the one where they have like the evil Toxie?
Yeah,
The
I'm not
evil-
sure.
you said-
I know that was
I thought
in
there was
the-
4 of them.
I think there might be 4.
Right.
Because like I think one was like in the 90s.
I don't
And they're
know.
like kind of pushing their luck at that point. They're like, let's
Let's
see how far we can go with this.
I may have read this wrong, but I think the Citizen Toxie, which is number 4
That's 3.
or 3,
'Cause it's-
or whichever
yeah.
the 4th one was, or Citizen Toxie, I'm not too sure. They said that like that one is just as good as like the first one. I don't know if that's
Oh,
true
hell,
or
man,
not.
They're all good.
So I see. Yeah.
That's an incorrect statement. They're all fantastic.
Okay, check this out. Toxic Avenger, the musical
yeah,
Yeah,
I saw
dude.
that. I was like,
in 2018.
They need to bring that to fucking UTRGV.
they do. I saw
So-
Evil Dead the musical.
I saw that one there
Actually.
too, yeah.
There's a fourth
Really?
one,
Yeah, I
like,
did.
like you
I wonder
mentioned.
if it's in the same theater as you at the time.
Nah, it was a while. It was like almost like 10 years ago.
it's
Yeah, I know.
Toxic Avenger.
They've never
Part
done it
2.
since.
Were you in the same theater?
I think it
Bryce?
might have been.
Oh my god!
Our fates were already fucking intertwined
So,
way back then, man.
this is
Well, I would have been with
confusing.
my ex-wife at the
Ooh.
time.
Well,
Maybe
I-
I don't know. I don't know.
So
In that
like
case,
I
I'm
thought
glad I
Citizen,
didn't
Citizen
ask.
Toxie was the third one, right?
Yeah, you said Citizen
Toxie,
Toxie.
I
was
believe, is the
third
third
one.
one.
So, but check this out. It's fucking. Unless they do it as a spoof or whatever, but that says Avenger fucking 4, right? What's that?
In the 2000s.
Yeah. So
I was thinking they'd try to do like a new one. I don't know, man, because Troma was trying to come back for a while. Even now,
Yeah.
Blake Hoffman's still like.
I mean, he's still got plenty of fucking fans. Like the last thing I saw him on was, I don't know if you guys ever you haven't. I know for sure. Daniel might
Oh,
have, but
what?
the what's it, Angry Video Game Nerd on
Yeah,
YouTube?
he has he's been on
an
a couple of
episode.
times.
Yeah, and they're awesome.
Well, they're doing like a tour. They do tours and shit.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they have different filming, like the little film
What
fest.
was
or
that?
whatever.
Yeah, the
And they're
one that-
trying to do, because you know how they had fucking Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
They're trying to do a
A musical?
like it's either the Tempest or Taming the Shrew, or they're trying to do something like that. They're trying to do another one of the fucking Shakespeare's. Like,
Oh, that's
they need
awesome.
to do that.
That's what we need. More Troma Shakespeare.
Yeah, man. For sure. No, Citizen Toxie was in 2000, so I wonder.
I didn't think
Back
it was.
to form.
I actually didn't. And so, did they make it? Is that like part 4 or whatever, like a spoof kind of thing? Like they just skipped a number for shits?
I don't know. I wonder if it's the same actors too. Like, I wonder if they really.
No, I don't think
You
so.
don't
No,
think so?
no way they bring all those
Why
people
not?
back.
You don't.
What?
What is the
Are
guy?
you
What is the
kidding
guy
me?
who's played
Like,
the fucking Toxic Avenger doing right now? What is
Maybe
he
he's
doing?
selling insurance.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Okay, real
You know
quick,
what? Then he'd be all
look at
over
this.
this shit because.
Oh, you know what?
You see, it says 1984 on the top,
Yeah.
and then if you go up, it says 1986 as a release date. So what the fuck is that about?
So
I'm sorry, guys, and there actually is a Toxic Avenger Part 3, and then
there
there's
is?
Citizen Toxie. So Citizen Toxie is the one with the evil
it's
Citizen
sequential.
Toxie,
Yeah, yeah.
or the
That's
evil
number 4.
Toxie, and that's number 4, which
Okay.
is released in
the
2000.
noxious.
So that's
Avenger.
the most.
Sorry,
Did you say the
offender.
obnoxious Avenger?
No, noxious offender.
That's
yeah.
the most. That's the most recent,
Jesus
I guess.
Christ. I don't recognize any. Ooh, she's hot. Ron Jeremy is in here.
Yeah.
Dude, Ron
He's been-
Jeremy
he's
is
been in
like
a
in so
few-
many. He
he's
was in
been in a few
Poltergeist.
Troma. He's been in a
Yeah,
few-
yeah.
He,
Corey
um,
Feldman.
Yeah, man, you got to bring Corey Feldman.
I
in
don't
there too.
remember that shit.
Nah, and it's a new guy. It's David Matty
Yeah.
or Matei or Matei. I'm not sure.
It's-
That's
it's
that's the
Matei.
new- Is it?
No, I don't know.
How do you fuck you know,
Matei.
man? Anyways, he's the new Citizen Toxie. And they, looks like they try to get like a new guy to be the mayor. Like that's what
They-
I think when
they
they hired
got
that
the
guy.
same-
They're
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah.
like,
You need to get a guy
can you
similar
be
to
the
that,
can you
man.
be the Will Sasso guy?
The same guy looks like plays Toxic Avenger under Stan Lee. What the fuck?
Why not?
So, Toxic Avenger is
And
actually
James
the
Gunn.
movie. Well, James Gunn's always in
Always
from
in
movies.
there.
He was in Poltergeist also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Toxic Avenger is, I guess, considered like Troma Entertainment's, I guess, mega hit, right?
Yeah.
That would be that's
I mean,
the
This
case.
is the
their
breakout.
flagship.
It's the
Yeah,
flagship for sure.
They have fucking
For
they
what?
came
series
toys.
that released
cartoons.
series
Yeah,
that spawned a
fucking
cartoon.
rated R fucking movie that that shits out a goddamn
and
kids show.
And Roland said
And
he
it
did
was
too, but I had some of the
amazing.
toys.
Yeah,
That was
fuck yeah,
good.
dude.
Well, I never had the toys.
Oh, fucking toys were amazing.
What What channel did they show on? Was it USA? I forget.
Nah, man, it was on.
It had to be like a Joe Bob Briggs fucking Monster Vision probably thing that they.
No,
I saw.
it was on cable, dude.
It was on.
like-
No, it wasn't even on cable, dude.
No
it was
shit.
like prime time. Like it was not. I don't say prime time.
This was on
Yeah,
ABC. late
It
night.
might have been because here's the thing. I remember watching it
Yeah.
as a kid, and we didn't have
You didn't have
cable
cable?
for a long time,
Oh,
so it
okay.
had to have been on like Fox or 23 or some shit.
Maybe you're right. Fuck.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let me read
was
the.
awesome. The whole-
Let me read the synopsis here from the ever trustworthy Wikipedia.
Always.
Now, remember, we were having a little discrepancy on the release. It was 1984, 1986.
Yeah. So what's the deal with that?
Wikipedia says The Toxic Avenger is a 1984 American superhero black comedy splatter film directed by Michael Hertz and Lloyd Kaufman. And it says Lloyd Kaufman was credited
does that
as
mean?
Samuel Wheel. I don't know about that. And written by Kaufman and Joe Ritter. I thought it was John Ritter at first. I was like,
Isn't
damn.
it? Yeah.
Three's Company got in on this? Three's Company got in on this? Come on.
You still alive?
Come and knock on our door.
It says it's the first installment of the Toxic Avenger franchise. The film was released by Troma Entertainment, obviously known for producing low-budget B-movies with campy
B-movies?
concepts
The hell you
and
say?
gruesome violence. And virtually ignored upon its first
He's
release,
putting on
the
airs.
Toxic Avenger caught on with filmgoers after a long and successful midnight movie engagement at the famed Bleecker Street Cinemas in New York City in 1985. Weird.
Huh.
And it is now regarded as a cult classic. You mean just a general classic?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, come on,
nothing
I
cult
know.
about this, right?
Like,
You mean a cinematic masterpiece? You fucking assholes.
And of course, the tagline of the movie is that he was 98 pounds of solid nerd,
Solid nerd.
until he
Yeah, I
became
love that shit.
the Toxic Avenger.
Solid nerd.
Was-
And of course, it was
Melvin
directed
Ferd,
as
the third.
directed by these two fools, produced by the same two guys and Stuart Stoughton, written by Lloyd Kaufman, and starring a bunch of no names. Although, if you are familiar with Troma Entertainment movies, you will see the same people in every one of those.
Yeah.
movies. The same.
The mayor is the same mayor
The mayor
as
is
Newcomb High.
the mayor. The
Yeah.
two main villain younger dudes
Yeah.
are from Class of Newcomb High. If you had listened to our previous episodes, you will hear the Class of Newcomb High
fuck was
episodes.
their
Listen to it,
Do that.
motherfuckers.
Listen to that shit, all right? The budget
gold,
was
man.
$500,000.
Man, they did.
Wait,
All
what?
from
How
the
much?
$500,000.
Whoa.
All from that fucking
The tank scene.
in
man.
the
They gotta
80s.
rent
tank
that
scene
shit out.
and the rights to that fucking Godzilla's
song.
soundtrack.
Oh,
Bum,
fucking Flight of the Bumblebees or whatever
And
the fuck
at
it's
the box office, it made $800,000. So not too bad.
Wow.
Nice. And
That's,
well,
and that's
actually,
80s money.
And that's 80s
That's
money.
80s
And that's
money.
a great profit considering you probably didn't pay
a lot
any of
of
the
cocaine.
actors or the
Yeah, right.
extras.
It's all profit.
Yeah, it's all profit.
I mean, I wonder how much Marissa Tomei got for just running around in her.
Nothing at the time.
yeah, as
That's,
an
what are you talking
extra.
about? This launched her career.
Are you
She's
talking
paying,
about-
she's
That's
paying
what
them
it
to be in
is.
the movie.
Now.
They probably gave her a sandwich or some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. There was
Well,
actually there was a
Part of the
thing
sandwich
said-
that they were.
Well, because
So
they said-
that's two things, right?
Yeah,
in
they
trivia.
that's where they got all the profit. They saved money on feeding the people. The
Yep.
fucking scene where the mayor's like laying on the sandwiches, they ate that shit.
apparently. And then like later on, they were just eating cheese sandwiches
Yeah.
so much to where they got sick of it.
Threw it
and
off the
like
side of a
threw it
mountain.
off the side. They
Yeah, yeah.
wasted it. Like they threw it off the side of a fucking
Yeah,
mountain.
man.
And we
Ladies.
briefly mentioned that
Yeah.
it spawned like some more franchises.
Super
It
capitalistic.
It has
Oh yeah,
3 sequels,
They knew what they were
a
about.
stage musical production, a video game,
Yeah.
and a children's TV
Whoa,
cartoon.
video game.
It was a video
Yeah,
game. Apparently,
yeah.
you didn't have that, so we should
No,
try
I
and look for
didn't.
that. You know?
I'll find it. I think I've seen it before. I forget if it was the
I
Genesis or
just
the
want to read
SNES.
the titles of the sequels, which is Toxic Avenger Part 2, The Toxic Avenger Part 3, The Last Temptation of Toxie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you
And then,
go.
of course, Citizen Toxie, which is The Toxic Avenger Part 4.
Yeah.
And the name of the children's TV spinoff was Toxic Crusaders.
Yeah.
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 Toxic
See, I didn't even know that. I didn't even see any of that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Man.
It was around the same time as the Swamp Thing cartoon.
Yeah.
Everyone was into like fucking toxic shit in the 80s, man.
Yep.
And
yep.
you're gonna
Like
jump at this
mutants
one,
and
guys.
shit.
In 2019, it was announced that Legendary Pictures would be making a reboot of the film with original creators Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Hertz of Troma Entertainment serving as producers, and Macon Blair serving as writer and director. We may be getting a reboot. We talked about this while we were watching
Fuck
the movie.
yes.
We were
I mean,
saying-
if they're gonna reboot anything, like
We're saying Rob Zombie should do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would probably be fun.
Well, I'm just thinking of Rob Zombie's. Just thinking of Rob Zombie's take on Toxic Avenger. Like he's instead of like his mom and dad are gonna be like abusive to him,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they're gonna dump him in a fucking
There you
vat of
go,
like
man.
toxic waste. Then he's gonna start killing parents and shit. Probably. Gotta make it just a little bit darker than just getting bullied and stuff.
Living dead Melvin.
And speaking of the movie synopsis itself, it is a character named Melvin who is 98-pound nerd.
Solid nerd.
Solid nerd. And he works at a Tromaville healthcare center or health center, where all these like sexy, attractive people
It's a fucking gym full of assholes.
are they're exercising. And he's like the janitor.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, custodian.
No.
I think they just call him janitor. No, they call him mop boy.
Yeah.
Mop boy, right.
Yeah.
And he gets bullied by everyone there. And
I just like how the guy, like when they're in the pool, look at that shit eating grin. What's he so happy about?
That fucking asshole. What does he do? He trips and like drops the mop in the sauna or whatever.
He doesn't
like,
even trip. He just like
yeah,
he's not even paying attention.
He
just puts
dunks it
in.
by accident. Yeah, because he's super fucking.
And they're all like, "What do you want to get her disease? You want to give her a disease?" And like, talking about the girl. Not to.
Yeah.
And we have the character Melvin who gets bullied, and then at some point the girlfriend of one of the main villains decides to pull a ultimate prank on Melvin.
Ultimate prank. She flashes him.
Yeah, flashes him.
And like
yeah.
he's getting pranked. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fix
because
that nerd's wagon.
right. Yeah. And let's shake a booty for a couple seconds. You know, that's a good shot. Like, woo.
Yeah.
What
What was that scene where they're
playing racquetball?
They're planning the shit, and then like, they're both shaking their ass and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just obligatory.
Well, they're in a huddle and they're like,
Yeah.
like you see the outside.
Let's
of it,
think,
they're fucking
guys.
shaking
That's
it,
apparently how these women think or whatever. Like
Yeah.
when they're brainstorming,
In the
their
80s,
asses
in the
shake.
80s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
Not in 2019,
You know,
guys. Come on,
you
progressive. You know.
got to roll them cheeks
Hashtag woke.
for that strong brainstorm sesh.
It's all kinetic energy.
There you go. You're absolutely
transferring to the
right.
brain.
Right? Yeah. It's the potential.
Yeah.
of-
So what do you think of the fucking
the booty
Melvin
waves.
character and how he's being bullied and
I
initially
mean-
ending up as the Toxic Avenger?
So
like that whole how do you
he's-
believe that? Think that whole scene plays out?
Firstly, there's nothing about him that suggests that he's a nerd at all. Like he just seems like a little
dweeb?
Like exactly, like some like dorky little spaz or whatever.
he doesn't look smart.
No, he does not act smart.
He
either,
actually
man.
looks
Does
and
not.
acts very derpy, just kind of.
Well, I feel like maybe like the nerd. I don't know.
That's
man.
an
You
easy
feel like the 80s
stereotype in
Yeah,
one way.
Have you seen? You guys remember the Sandlot?
Okay,
right?
it's like
you know
what
that kid
is
like
gonna be
smiles really big up at that chick who's
Yeah.
at the who's the lifeguard.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he has those big teeth.
Yeah.
He reminds me of he would be that kid if
Firstly,
he grew up.
if
and
he was a
never got
fucking
laid by that chick.
nerd in this movie, he wouldn't be a janitor. He'd be the manager.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
Like
Sure,
he'd be the fucking
He'd be the
accountant.
manager.
Okay, what
He'd
is
be
it?
the janitor,
In
manager.
In the 80s,
and owner.
This
it
guy
was
is a
nerd,
burnout.
dweeb, geek. I think
Yeah.
nerd
Spaz.
was perhaps not the right
Yeah,
nomenclature
it's not
for this
like
guy.
you
man.
think so?
It should have been dweeb. He looks like a dweeb to me.
he does,
Yeah,
and he
'cause
acts
nerd,
like it. Like,
nerd. I'm thinking Revenge of the Nerd. Like
Right.
he's gonna eventually become like a billionaire.
A
or some
badass.
shit.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
he ain't
This
going
is-
anywhere.
yeah,
He's not
this-
going anywhere.
Fuck
man.
This
no.
guy's going
He looks like he's
nowhere.
already out of college or like
He's-
out of high school.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
he didn't even finish
Nope.
high school, man.
Yeah, maybe,
And
maybe
it's
not.
just like,
Like,
so what makes him a nerd? Because he's thin or what? I don't know.
yeah,
man.
that's about
He's
it.
strong.
Because he has like a goofy face.
He doesn't even wear
He doesn't know how to
glasses.
react to like
No.
or people or very awkward in
He
social
doesn't even
situations.
try to molest women by dressing as Darth Vader.
No, right? Like, obviously, if he had a brain, like,
There you go. If he was gonna eat some girl out,
Yeah.
he wouldn't know what to do with
Yeah,
it.
that's right, man.
no, he probably.
He would have probably dressed like Yoda or some dumb shit.
That guy never gets laid. Bush League move.
And speaking of as they're bullying him and he turns into the Toxic Avenger, they're just chasing him to the fucking health center.
So,
Yes.
like, you think that originally the way the way it all sets up, it's just like a few of these guys that are picking on him. No,
No.
the entire fucking gym hates this motherfucker.
And
Well, that's my
then
whole-
the city, the whole
And
town,
then the
whole
town,
fucking
yeah,
town,
comes
right?
in on it because they're bored or some shit. They're just,
Well, look, the thing, my
ahead.
whole question with the fucking scene where he's like kissing the sheep and everything, or like,
yeah.
well, what was the whole impetus for that? Like, what was the point? Like, the guy obviously has no.
We're gonna
like,
fix his wagon by
but
like
it's like,
shaming
you're gonna
him.
shame
to
him. He's already shamed beyond belief.
like-
You think he has any self-esteem?
I guess
left?
they were trying to
You
get
think
him
that's
to,
gonna
like-
fucking drive him to what? Like,
they're trying to suicide him.
apparently-
I guess
They're
we tried
trying
to. He jumps face first to a fucking window.
Yeah,
Second
the
story.
second story into
You know,
the,
he's crying so hard that he jumps through a fucking window.
yeah,
no one
chase
pushes
through
him.
the-
No, he
no,
just-
no one pushes him.
no.
He runs
so they
into the
can't
window.
say that
First.
either. It wasn't
Yeah.
murder.
Like they were like, we laughed
He
at him. He
spearheads that
ran
window.
and
was-
he jumped out the
He's-
window.
Yeah, he suicided himself out of
Apparently,
shame.
kissing a sheep that we found out later had lice.
Yeah,
in the movie.
and he didn't know that.
We didn't know that.
So that actually really did. He really did jump out the window
Because you know what? Like maybe he
really was bullied and shit. Like after everything.
no, he'd never felt these feelings before, guys.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
right. What are you doing to me?
It was such a yeah. So yeah, they get him to self-kill him,
attempt suicide himself.
yeah, attempt to
that's what it
self-suicide
was.
himself out that window, and then he falls into that vat of tank. Sorry,
What?
of toxic goo or whatever that just happens to be there.
I just wanted to verify though. RoboCop came out in 1987, so I wanted to make sure before I said this. RoboCop rips the movie off, man.
No, yeah.
The toxic
Because of the fucking.
toxic scene.
Oh, yeah.
Is that when they fucking like?
Yeah, he smashed into him.
Yeah,
He's all soft and
yeah.
he just explodes.
Hey, no,
That's all ripped off from Troma, man.
Sure. I love that scene. Actually,
I need to contact Lloyd Kaufman and ask him this directly.
Right.
If he feels that RoboCop ripped
or
him
maybe
Knowing Lloyd
maybe
Kaufman,
he's.
I'm sure he tried to get some money out of
I'm
it.
surprised that
Oh, did he?
same
I
director
was
since
thinking-
surprised.
the guy that directed RoboCop also directed Showgirls.
I would think.
He didn't put any sort of trauma. Well, that's what the
damn,
sex
you
scenes
know
are.
what?
That's what the sex scenes are.
Fuck,
they're
dude.
so bad in fucking Showgirls. Those are sex scenes from a trauma movie. I guarantee you. We're gonna need to look for that shit. Man.
No, that's perfect. Fucking splice RoboCop in the scene where the chick's like all up on him like that. He could just be like
Sex
that,
scenes
like
in-
that. He just be all fucking like
Tromaville movies
Just, like,
are
all on him and
classy.
Just had a revelation here.
What the
Oh,
hell you're
fuck.
talking
I'm gonna
about?
see- I'm gonna-
Showgirls is smut.
Yeah.
So we can thank Showgirls. We can thank Troma Entertainment or Lloyd Kaufman for
yeah.
Showgirls.
He influenced them.
They don't. He
Like,
influenced
if
the
I
sex
was
scenes.
good at
right.
like superimposing shit, I would do that. I would do a scene where it's like the pool scene where she's riding the fucking dick like crazy. I would splice RoboCop in there. He's just there. Like I would find some perfect line he says in the movie. I'm
Dead or alive,
Yeah.
you're coming with me.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, it's fucking perfect, dude. Shit, man. Oh, goddamn. Somebody needs to do that, dude. Fuck, dude, that's perfect.
That would be fucking amazing. If someone could do that. If any listeners out there who have the capabilities, please make that happen
Oh, shit.
and send that to us.
Fuck.
So again, Melvin
Okay, we
goes in
left
the
off.
vat.
Yeah, he jumps into the vat.
He dumps into the vat of toxic waste,
and everybody runs out and starts laughing at him. As
and
he's
and then
burning
everyone
on
from the
floor.
health center comes out. Not only that,
Yeah.
everyone from the town
across
comes
the
in.
street, the whole fucking town, like they can't even see what the fuck is going on.
They all come out at the end of the movie, too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Which is funny. I feel like Lloyd Kaufman, he's like, since I can't really pay like a lot of actors, I'm going to get as much as I can out of the extras. Like,
Oh, yeah, for
everyone's going
sure.
to come out in these fucking
Yeah.
scenes.
He probably just like posts like fucking papers
Flyers
on the
everywhere.
flyers all
Be
over
out at
the,
this time
all the
tomorrow morning.
on like the light posts and shit.
You want 15
And-
bucks?
Yeah.
Whoa, hey.
Whoa.
That's too much.
That's 80s money, too.
Oh
guys,
yeah,
right?
I'm sorry.
$15 for all those fucking people?
You
I
want
don't think so.
You want a pack
brother.
of smokes?
That's like 2 Pizza Hut pizzas.
oh right, yeah. You want a cheese sandwich?
Yeah. That's some guy's been laying on. Like,
He was buying everyone a bunch of like personal pan pizzas. Like,
Damn.
did you read this many books?
Man, I don't know about you guys.
Bring your book and certificates and I'll
I
get you
loved
pizzas.
those fucking personal pan coupons from Pizza Hut when I was little.
Oh, yeah.
They were the shit.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you want pizza for reading books?
Yeah.
I just remember Pizza Hut had good
That was my
promotions.
excuse. What? I'm
Pizza
learning?
Hut gave away a
Whatever.
free
Give me pizza.
VHS of the X-Men cartoon.
Oh,
they
you
really?
got a free one? You didn't pay for them?
Well, I think obviously had to pay for the pizza, but it
Oh,
came
yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
It was like the first episode
Was it like-
of the X-Men cartoon.
There was like 2 or 3 of them. I forget.
I think so, yeah.
I had them all.
Oh, you did?
Did you have them all?
And they had the
Oh, it was awesome.
Eureka's Castle, like the little hand
Oh,
puppets from Eureka's
fuck
Castle.
that thing. Yeah, I watched it all the time. I hated it. I was
They
waiting.
did a Godzilla thing too for a little while, like when the Godzilla 2000. Or no, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
not.
No?
It was the 90s. When was the Godzilla movie? That, came
That
out with
was
Matthew Broderick.
That was like
98.
99.
Okay, there you go.
And I say that because the soundtrack
'Cause we
reeks of
loved
99.
it.
Oh,
Loved it.
oh, you mean the P Diddy? Banana, banana.
Yeah.
Ripping off Cashmere. Like,
Are you kidding me? They had Silverchair on there
My,
too. So.
my
they
favorite
did,
was
yeah.
that
song?
fucking Green Day track that was on there. I forgot
which Silverchair?
Oh,
I think it was like Untitled.
Oh, so it wasn't the one they got super famous on.
No.
Hold on, let me look for it.
So Silverchair had a resurgence in like 1999.
They made that
With
song
their
when they were
Neon Ballroom
16,
album.
man. They made that song when they were like 16.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck, dude.
1999, Neon
Famous.
Ballroom comes out. They had like a resurgence in popularity, like big time.
Oh man, that's crazy.
And I say that because I've been a Silverchair fan since like 1994.
You know,
so.
well, maybe I should be ashamed to say this then. I've never heard any song from Silverchair except for that one.
I
Really?
heard some of them
Yeah,
in high
never,
school,
yeah,
but the first time I ever heard and only one was this fucking album because I think my nephew bought it or something. I was like,
They were on the Spawn soundtrack.
Oh, really?
They were on the
wow,
Godzilla
okay.
soundtrack.
I still have that soundtrack
song
somewhere.
they play on the Spawn.
It was Spawn again.
Oh right.
It's called Spawn. It was
Oh,
called
really?
Spawn.
I
yeah.
thought Spawn was just like straight up Prodigy and like
No, that was Silverchair.
Yeah.
Silverchair.
No.
Like I don't know. It's like
It was like
Or
fucking
Korn was on there too.
Filter,
Yeah, Silverchair
probably.
was
on there
entitled,
Filter before they started getting all soft.
Brain Stew was the Green Day Godzilla remix, and so was them like singing "My life is like whatever the fuck," and then like every couple of seconds you hear Godzilla scream,
Oh,
"Yeah!"
I just remember the P Diddy.
The Brains do that like that. Dan it,
Yeah,
Dan it,
yeah.
Dan it.
Dun it.
Really?
Dan it.
They had a remake of that? A remix
Yeah.
of that on there?
My eyes feel like they're gonna be.
Yeah. I thought it was the funniest shit.
Oh,
Like,
Fuel,
cool.
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, yeah.
Puff
it
Daddy,
wasn't the
Puff Daddy
worst.
featuring Jimmy Page.
Featuring, right? He's not good enough to like just be on the fucking track, you know.
All the Wallflowers was on there.
Yeah,
man.
they had
Heroes.
some,
Foo Fighters.
We Could Be Heroes remake of David Bowie song.
They had some good. I like
Silverchair.
that. We don't give a fuck what anybody says about how it sucked or whatever the fuck.
Oh, the old Godzilla movie.
I just remember the.
I like
I don't-
it.
I don't-
you
I
mean
don't-
the scene
I
where
love-
I don't
Godzilla's
remember
like
too well.
humping
Fucking
the
John Reno,
humping the
man.
fucking skyscraper? That's what it looked like to me.
Oh, was that? Oh, he's humping the.
That's what it looked like
skyscraper?
to me. He like grabs it and he's like that. And then afterwards, they're talking about how he reproduces asexually.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
He's
All
like
right,
simulating
guys.
it again.
I think
So
they
when
said
he-
that
when
just
he-
so that one chick could make the joke like, that's boring. Or whatever she says.
When he fucks a building made of steel.
You're supposed to be smart, slut.
Well, anyway, before we go on back, I was gonna say, I remember the music video for that Jimmy Page.
Oh, yeah, me too.
He's like up in the skyscraper and
He's Justin White.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
Come with me.
in the fucking Godzilla's like in the background.
Yeah, Jimmy Page isn't even in
Yeah, he's not.
there. He's like on the screen.
I just would like to
Somewhere
see
else.
Godzilla like fucking throwing some like, fucking, like doing some fucking like dance moves and shit.
He's throwing signs.
They should have thrown Godzilla in every one of fucking P Diddy's fucking videos after
They
that.
should have,
you know?
man.
Couldn't have hurt. I mean, sure.
You know, at the end of the video, like you have Godzilla and like P Diddy, like in like a face off.
Yeah,
Like he's like real close and he's just kind of like looking at him like, what the fuck? What the fuck you gonna do?
with the sunglasses.
Gonna eat your face, bitch. Fuck out of here.
Okay, so back to the movie.
Right. So he falls in
he falls in the vat of
like,
toxic
he's
waste.
burning or whatever,
People
and
come
like
out.
And
everybody's
the guy says, "He stinks if you can't take a joke."
yeah.
Yeah.
His fucking skin's burning off. It's
Yeah.
melting off his
It's-
fucking
he's
body.
He's dead. Like in any other situation, he's fucking dead.
Yep.
He's
But the actual
like a walking
toxic
tumor.
waste gave him superpowers.
right later on.
Deformed his face.
Yeah.
Although deformed his face and still got him laid.
he got
by
buff.
blonde-
Apparently, gave him a
girl.
huge dong. Too.
Yeah,
Huge,
exactly.
huge donger,
Oh, yeah.
big pecs, which he flexes through the
He
whole
flexes,
fucking movie.
He's
Yeah.
always
Boom,
fucking
boom,
flexing.
boom.
Every time this show
cut
up,
up.
Yeah,
it's like fucking squeezing it subtly. He's like flexing.
Subtle.
but they there's like a direct shot.
Yeah,
of
no,
him
like,
flexing
Every
his
time
pecs.
he's got a pecs cam or whatever.
Yeah. That's right.
pecs. Cam.
Well, you're supposed to be seeing what. Well, I guess you're not seeing what the blind woman sees, but you can't see the face. So it's like that's the
Right.
whole.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but she
Man,
doesn't
she-
care.
her-
Well,
she doesn't.
if
That
you
chick
heard,
too, man.
if you listen to the
she
trailer,
just reaches for his other hand.
it was saying like his face is so terrifying we can't show you yet, and like through that whole first like little scene of him like beating up the robbers and shit.
Oh,
or
where
the-
he like
those-
speed bags.
yeah, they don't show
cigar
his face at all. Like
no,
the-
right.
They like
And they don't show it until he kills the first was it Slug's girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, but
And
the thing
then,
is, like,
he
you
says,
feel
like, the
you feel
stupidest
like there
line
should have been
ever
like a bigger
to lead
reveal of
with.
his face.
Exactly.
But it was just
It's
kind of
no-
like,
it's just like blah.
yeah, there he is.
And then like was the line this will teach you a lesson, hot ass. You know,
hot
just
ass.
like
yeah, he puts her on the fucking.
like he
yeah.
has that like just jackass face. Like
Mind you, she was masturbating
Right,
in the
yeah.
sauna just before he killed her.
Right,
So
yeah.
as you do.
as you're supposed to
As
do.
you
right?
do.
as one would,
Doesn't everyone
as
would in the sauna.
is tradition.
Yeah.
Doesn't
So
matter
yeah,
if there's people there.
Your
or not,
body's
they
wet from
fucking-
sweat. You might as well use
right?
it.
Yeah, I mean like
Like, go, this is gonna be a waste.
there we go.
Yeah,
Convenient.
the hot ass fucking quote was
That
because
was
he
the-
puts on the coals.
Yeah, and he like I was like, is that his O face?
Well,
or
like,
whatever?
does that
Like,
kill
is
her?
he-
Like getting on the hot.
That's the
coals?
thing. Like, it's never. That's the last scene she's in through the movie. She doesn't. That doesn't show her explicitly dying. You just assume, okay, I guess that's
Like a man had his hands put in fucking boiling oil. She just put her ass on some coals. It's not even like coals, hot rocks. By the way,
There
not
you go.
coals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, at most, she would have some like third-degree burns on her ass, maybe her vagina.
and
Some vaginal scar.
Yeah, there you go.
But
no,
she's dead.
but knowing her kinky
Yep, she's
ass,
dead.
she probably
Allegedly,
enjoyed
she's
it.
dead, right?
Yeah,
Like,
she might have. Yeah.
She probably was like,
And what was the name of the other
cigarettes.
girl that he kills in the health center?
Julie.
The one that has that weird scream.
Oh,
Yeah, that's Julie. That's Bozo's girlfriend.
Bozo's girlfriend.
Yeah. The one.
I wonder if Lloyd Kaufman directed her. Like, oh, you scream.
You need
the
to
most
sound like
ridiculous
this.
scream you could fucking do.
I want you to sound like a constipated bird.
Fucking shit, man. Essentially, yeah, pretty much. That's what it sounds like.
Right? Like.
And there's not much of a main villain in this movie.
No.
I mean, we have
The villain is society.
We have Slug. We have
The mayor.
the mayor.
Well, you have Slug.
we have
Bozo,
Cigar Face.
Julie, the other girl. Right, Cigar Face,
Which is-
Nipples, Knuckles.
Nipples, yeah, that's right.
And then of course the police. Who that one guy who's
the Nazi cop.
Nazi guy.
the quote unquote German.
Right.
guy.
Who
Fucking
jumps
Nazi
between
guy.
like a Jersey
like a
accent.
Brooklyn accent.
to-
Yeah, and then you got
What is he?
you have the Irish guy who,
Right.
when he's talking to the gang, has not a hint of Irish accent until he's like, "Was that the O'Shaughnessy kid
Right,
from
yeah.
school?"
And they-
And he's like, he's pummeling Cigar Face's balls.
But he's
Yeah,
like
speed bagging him.
Yeah.
he's like almost like dying on the floor,
Yeah.
and he still has the
Yeah. He still has the.
he can still
the
change
wit.
his accent at that time.
Right. Like, hold
But
on.
But there's like times where he goes between German and Russian. Like when he's talking to the guy, he's like, he doesn't know how he's supposed to.
Me can't forget me shillelagh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are they? I mean, and so okay, going into that, like all the villains, with the exception, I guess, of the mayor and the cops, no kung fu, right? They are all.
That's right.
They're all fucking Bruce Leeing that shit left and right. One guy pulls out a fucking like a pair of nunchucks.
I need to make this very clear. Everyone in the 80s knew Kung Fu.
Actually,
Yeah, that was a
very
big
true.
thing in the 80s.
Everybody
Everyone in
knew.
the 80s knew Kung Fu.
Ninjas
Everybody
were
knew.
a huge fucking thing. Ninjas and Bruce
Enter
Lee
the
movies.
Dragon had just come out. Bruce Lee's dead. Someone has to take the rings. Everyone is going to try for that position.
That's right.
Everybody knew Hollywood kung fu style. Very strong.
Right.
Very strong.
Hey, but no shit, man. Some of those the choreography was on fucking
They-
point though, man. They were doing some
Their
fucking.
their
that
form
some
was
pretty,
perfect.
That was some pretty sweet shit.
There had to be
for a
someone
Troma movie.
with someone in a
Yeah.
black. Someone in that town. At least one
fucking-
person had to have a black belt. Maybe train.
One of the
everyone else.
villains actually had
There was a
one
one-arm.
in there.
There was a one-arm
And, like,
man.
He's got his
practicing
own
fucking kung fu, dude. Right?
and he's got his own scene where he's just wailing on.
got-
Let's just call him Toxie because I mean that's really like he's
got his own-
unnamed in
he's
the,
got
in
his
the
own
movie.
style, right?
But yeah, like you can tell that.
The one-arm
So in the
master.
trivia, yeah, they say that he's only got one arm actually in there, and they put a prosthetic, and that's later ripped
That's
off.
so
and
fucked up.
beats
Can
him
you
with
imagine
it.
like having casting call?
Like,
I need a guy who's got one arm, so I can just have your arm fucking ripped off in the movie.
We're gonna kill you with it, you know. And
He's like, me, sir. I'll do it.
But look, but don't worry. Look, we're gonna make you seem like a badass. We're gonna give you your own camera, and you're just gonna whoop the fuck out of it. You know, with
Wait,
that
your
one arm's like all
hand.
dead,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
he does
exactly.
not use it at all.
Like, he-
at all. He just fucking hang himself. Even when he's fighting him, he's like fighting with the fucking.
Yeah,
I was like,
I
come
mean,
on,
and
man.
it looks
that's
weird,
bad.
too.
Yo,
like,
motherfucker,
if you
throw
don't-
a right or something. No, just all
No.
left.
It's all no.
It's all left.
One hand
all
style,
lefts.
man.
Cross.
Fucking
Fucking jab, 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 cross, backhand. What? Wait a minute.
Speaking of like the scene during Shinbone Alley when he's there and he's killing Cigar Face or he's fighting the gang.
Yeah.
Part of some of the stuff that the trivia I read was that some fucking homeless guy offered
Yeah.
the guy Toxic Avenger, why he's in makeup, offered him some booze because he thought he
They
was a
thought he
burn
was
victim.
homeless.
He's a homeless burn victim.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
think
they-
that happened in two different.
Well, they
No,
had a
no,
homeless
no.
guy steal a gun,
Yeah,
a pop
and
gun,
fucking
to
threaten
try to
him.
threaten the people. with
Yeah.
it.
Jesus
So
Christ.
where
Just
did they
like
fucking film- it wasn't
Troma
just New
Entertainment.
York, right?
Well,
I
Troma,
thought it was Jersey.
like they have
Twin
the.
Towers.
Well, isn't how far is Jersey from New York? Not.
It's probably like across.
Well,
the,
It's not very far, if
like
I'm not
a-
mistaken. But like,
See, I think
across the waterway.
like Staten Island
okay,
or
so
some
like
shit.
I guess not all of it was filmed there. If they had apparently like Bryce is mentioning here, there's a lot of scenes where they film the two towers and they have a good spot where they're at, and I think they just reused that
They did a
that
lot.
area,
Just like the Fly of the Bumblebee or the Godzilla, whatever the
Yeah.
fucking.
Speaking of
kaiju
like
sound.
Yeah, it
the
was at least
location,
4 times that shit was
like
played.
almost location scouting, they always look for the cheapest place they
Right.
can find, and it's never in the
Oh, you
best
mean like at the
location
end where
either.
it's like a mud pit that he's in front
Yeah.
of the fucking.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
saying this because like watching that Poultry Guys documentary
Yeah.
of the making, they fucking go into the ghetto and get like a abandoned church and an abandoned fucking McDonald's.
Well, yeah.
And I mean, they're all filming in those two locations
So
only.
So that the Mexican place, that's what it's literally called. That
Yeah,
was the
the
real
Mexican
restaurant
place.
title. Mexican place.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, like their
Like
locations.
samurai
It's
swords
free,
up on the
you know
wall.
what that's called? It's called free advertising, and they're willing to have your
Free
movie
advertising and like the fact that
Money.
it's cheap. It's cheaper on their end.
Shit.
That
Well,
they
that's what
don't
I'm
have to
saying.
like pay.
Exactly, like because
they
they're
probably
like,
cater to them too.
We'll
Fuck.
put your movie. Yeah,
Right? Like,
we'll put your. That's where I got all the
You
cheese.
gonna buy food? Yeah, that's right.
They're like, we'll put your movie. We'll
But-
feature your restaurant in the movie if you let us film like one day.
Yeah,
gotta
sure,
buy a
obviously,
sheath.
right.
And we got to put samurai swords on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
You know, it's a Mexican.
I don't think
restaurant.
anyone's
Very
gonna.
Mexican. They're probably all like,
that.
"Fuck yeah, do it! This is the '80s, baby."
Everyone wants to be fucking
And
ninja.
all the cops are eating Mexican food when they're
Yeah,
investigating.
they
it.
love
The guys
their
eating
tacos.
Imagine how the
fucking
shitter was.
taco. That was the shittiest taco I've ever
they're
seen. Too, man.
lions.
That was like worse than some taco.
Oh, they
shit,
look
man.
like Taco Bell tacos.
It was worse than that,
Worse?
man. I don't
No,
know,
that's
to me,
Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
Two tacos for $1.
Yeah.
There's no, actually,
They were bigger, but they didn't look
Yeah.
good.
Right.
it's probably like just lettuce. And
Muy
It
fucking-
looked like it just looked like
Authentico.
lettuce.
like
Yeah,
no one's
I
getting
think it
meat on this
was.
fucking movie. So,
No.
because
No,
it's too expensive.
right, fuck you.
It's too expensive.
It's on the budget. All right. Like we're not even getting lettuce. It's shredded cabbage. Fuck you.
And okay, so we've gone through the fact that he's killed some. I would say he's
So-
predisposed to kill people that
yes,
only do
it is
bad
scientifically proven.
No, we don't know.
by
We don't
the
know
professor in the
Well,
movie.
I mean,
They try to hide that
he-
fact.
well, like as
He's
the
developed
audience,
a fine sense of what does he say?
Evil or what?
as the
of-
audience, like
of
we know
destroying
what's
evil.
going on, but he doesn't know.
Right. No.
So
he doesn't know.
he's not
understand.
aware that why
He has this
the urge to
unconscious
kill.
urge to mash
Yeah.
bad
we didn't know
guys.
either. Or when he killed the little lady, you don't know until later on. They're like,
Well, yeah, that's true.
Well,
yeah.
actually, she
Right,
was
yeah, so-
the biggest white
Well,
slavery.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly. That was the
for
one
instance, I
exception,
mean,
though. You have to
kinda,
infer that
you're kind of getting the
because
gist because I mean,
the
all those
professor
other times,
says,
all those other
yeah,
times
he's like,
before.
he only goes after good guys.
they were
you
trying to
know?
show some like twists. They were trying to do like some
Right.
kind of like M. Night Shyamalan type shit. Like, oh, he killed an old lady.
Haha, he's
Yeah,
losing
right.
control.
Yeah.
and that's okay. So it kind of goes or lends to that in that he after he kills this little and it was one of the funniest scenes in the movie because he goes like super 80s racist. What does he say? Oh ho 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 ho, no tiki
tiki, no
tiki, no
washi.
washi washi.
Yeah.
While putting her in a dryer.
Yeah,
by the way.
picks up a dwarf lady
no
and just
washing.
tosses her in there. Oh ho ho ho.
But that's
ho.
from an 80s movie.
Automobile.
It was.
Yeah, is it from that movie though?
No, it's not.
No,
That's from some
does
movie, though, the No Tiki, No
Fu
Washi.
Manchu.
Well, I'm pretty sure there is. I mean,
Um,
I don't know for sure.
So after he kills her, he doesn't understand why. He's like, "Why did I just pick up this bitch and just randomly fucking murder her? You know, whatever the fuck." And I
also
think
like
have to
how
infer and understand. Like, okay, they said that he developed an instinct.
Whoa, Roland,
you
you're using
know.
some big words for a Troma movie and for like, come on, man, don't do any of that shit, man. But here's the
You're
thing,
right,
though. Like,
you're right.
I think it's funny that
Hey,
scene where
hey,
the
you
scene-
said nomenclature.
Subtext.
I'm sorry.
Oh
But
shit!
I think it's funny
There we
how
go.
he's chasing her through the fucking laundromat, and he just appears on the other side.
Yeah.
What the fuck
Yeah.
is that, man?
like fucking Jason.
yeah, he's got some super. Yeah, he's got some like
man.
supernatural.
There.
Well, shit, when he's in the middle of all those criminals,
He's
like with
fun.
cigar face
Well,
comes
I
out
mean,
again.
he's normal sized and she's not.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, he can jump fucking high.
exactly.
Practically almost.
She has to like pump
according
those
to the
little
slow
legs
motion,
to get nowhere.
fly up over all those people, and then they all
That's
fucking
right.
shoot themselves.
That's
you
right.
know?
Boy, man.
So
Yeah, but he did do some Jason shit though. Like, he appeared on the other side. She runs into him because she's even looking back, and she runs into him. Oh man.
Well, I mean that moment is a turning point in the movie where I say because
It's towards the end.
they're kind of having a meeting where they think that he killed some innocent person.
Right, and then it turns out that's total bullshit.
Yeah, and we find out that the lady from
the mayor
from
is a corrupt
the mayor,
fucker, and
the mayor and that Nazi cop
they know the real story.
say that she had like she was an international white slavery ring operator. At this white slavery.
Yeah, I love
ring
how
operator.
that's very specific.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, No Tiki No Washi is actually a fucking 1915 silent film.
Wait, is that?
Oh, really? Is that what it is? Damn, they just brought some culture into Troma,
I
dude.
guess so.
Huh? Shit. Way to go, Coffee. You
Coffee,
You
good
you know how to rock that shit. Yo, Coffee.
So from that point, the mayor he sends out a force to go look for Toxie.
Right. The National Guard.
Two cops find him, and then get back to them,
Right.
back to the mayor. So who does he call? He doesn't call it National Guard. That someone gives him the National Guard. Is it like the governor?
Yeah,
or
something like that. Like
some kind of
the state
congressman,
calls him or
House
something.
representative.
Yeah, whatever.
Say they send the fucking National
Those
Guard so they
fucking
can kill him,
assholes. Yeah.
but not to kill him necessarily, just to capture him. But the mayor
wants
is
to
adamant about
capture
killing
my
him.
ass.
It's an it. You kill an
An
it.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
Direct quote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it brings out the whole town.
And this is
To
where the
defend
budget,
him.
this is where
To
the budget
defend him.
really goes.
And it's
Right.
divisive
Runs
because you
out.
have
runs out.
citizens of the town who don't want to kill him, and then you have like the mayor and a few other people with their fucking guns pointing at the tent
It's a
that him
very
and his woman
small
are in.
minority that wants him dead though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One guy with
exactly.
the shotgun, the mayor, even the fucking National Guard's like, I can't do
I can't.
it. I can't do it.
There's an innocent woman in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, Toxie's girlfriend is he picks her up in the bar scene, or
and
not
then
the bar, in the
Yeah. Oh.
in the Mexican place,
Yeah.
and there was that I just
And that was part of the cartoon too. She was part of the cartoon.
Yeah,
That
she's
was a big part
the blind girl
Yeah.
that was. I'd never heard this joke before. I've heard it before used, but I've never seen it used in a fucking movie where it's like, you know, Ben who? Bend over. Time
that's
for
the-
rape.
Where he's talking about the
Yeah,
he's
the
like
guy.
I always wanted to cornhole me a blind girl.
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
God damn.
Like, damn, dude, you got paid to say that.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Oh, speaking of that,
Was that the one-armed
We want
guy?
to pay. Yeah, he was.
It was
Like,
the
we're
one-armed guy,
looking
right?
for a
It's the
one-armed
one-armed
guy
guy.
so he can get his arm ripped
Yeah.
off and beat with it to death, and he's gonna rape a blind girl.
Yeah, but also, speaking of that,
I'm here.
This is
Man, finally, my chance to shine.
I want
guys.
to thank
Ron.
Jesus.
I've been training for this.
Ron or Roland. It's like this one. Man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
One-armed.
No,
I want to thank God and Jesus for giving me this opportunity
Yeah,
to
but,
be in a Troma movie to rape a white
I'm
blind
a
girl.
thespian.
Some of the trivia for that scene though, which we didn't cover earlier, was that the guy who the scene where he points a gun at the
Leroy.
baby.
Yeah, Leroy.
Yeah, Leroy.
Yeah.
He quit after that.
Yeah.
'cause that was just too much.
That was too much for him. Even
Really?
though he
Yeah.
he shot
Did you
another
see
guy
that
point
scene where
blank.
he-
No, I
we
did see that,
pointed
too, but like that's when he quit
Yeah,
specifically.
I'm trying to remember some of the lines.
That
I'm
is
trying to
the
remember some of the lines
after
he
all the
said.
rapey
It was
shit.
self-defense.
Like he decided
No,
that,
he's just a guy.
but it
Yeah,
was
he
it wasn't a
shoots
real
the
gun though, right?
Well, no, but it was.
But it was
imagine
just,
it was rough for
Exactly.
him.
That's the thing. Like, yeah,
But
he's
it
like, I gotta go to church after this.
Yeah,
I can't be
yeah.
doing this.
yeah.
yeah. A direct quote,
Yeah.
right from another,
Yeah, it's from the
another
movie,
scene,
yeah.
another scene
After they run over that fucking kid
in his bike.
in his bike and they take pictures of him,
Yeah,
and they're gonna
Polaroids. You gotta Polaroid. More product placement, man.
Yeah, right.
Fucking
And in that scene, like they wanted to go do what before he said, I gotta go to church
I
in
think
the morning.
they wanted to keep going. Like,
he
find
wanted to
more
keep
people to
over.
run
Okay.
over, and the guy was like, "No, I gotta wake up early."
His sense of
I
morality
gotta go
kicked
to
in.
church.
Oh yes, church. Yes.
very good. You know,
I think
wow,
we should
that's-
probably touch on that. We didn't even say like the guy had they had like a point system.
Yeah, Bozo
Yeah, that's
and,
true, yeah.
and Slug
They run
and
over certain people.
Julie and whatever sluts for free.
That's right.
Sluts
Yeah.
for Polaroid.
This is like
speaking of
their.
which, I like how his blind girlfriend also has to be like all in a fucking straight up bikini, like
Oh,
Sports
yeah.
Illustrated bikini.
Yeah, why not?
Even the guy, like he's like is it the
cops.
army guy, the cops? He's like
Yeah.
he's got a bimbo with him.
Yeah.
Which is
Well,
funny
you
because
know-
they're like, it's just two guys humping.
Yeah.
She's in a bikini. What?
Yeah.
Like,
you know
wait, what?
that scene where she's reading the
That first one?
Mirror Braille book.
Yeah.
And she has that shirt around like that says like it's really low cut. It says sensual on it.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that shit.
Yeah.
But you were telling me that there was some, I guess, trivia of like when he's doing the fucking hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's laughing at it. Like, how
Yeah.
did she fucking see that?
Like
yeah,
she's
because she's blind, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That whole montage.
She sensed it.
Speaking
She
of
heard him put
Speaking
on
of that
that.
montage, like they're having picnics. He's giving her flowers. They're
fucking-
dancing together.
Oh yeah, that.
They're fixing up the little hole,
part.
the shithole that he has,
Yeah.
to make it a home.
lives in a
Like, it
dome.
doesn't
Why do
make
they
any
move out?
sense.
Why do they go to the tent though?
They go to the tent because like he says things are getting dangerous, and he just wishes they could just leave or not be around people.
No. That's later. That's when they leave. Oh, I'm sorry. The tent. I'm thinking
Yeah,
of
they're thinking of
I'm
the
thinking
tent,
of the mobile home or whatever he
Yeah, that's
builds.
a pretty
in the
sweet
dump.
trash
No,
house,
no.
man. I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of.
Yeah,
You see
like
the TV,
she
man.
mentions like, oh, you talked about your special place and how
Yeah.
like there was no one there, so like that's where they go and camp out in that area.
It's just like right outside of town or something.
Yeah, it's not even
like,
far away.
Really, guys?
Yeah.
You can see the Twin
That's
Towers.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
like, it's the only tent
It's
in
just
a
like
fucking
a-
open
Yeah,
space.
It's just a
exactly.
random fucking field. Yeah.
They're It's
Here's
one
the
of
thing.
like a near homeless community or something.
My question is like, she's blind. She likes Toxic Avenger, but what if like she's like stops being hot? Is he gonna be into her?
Maybe not.
Maybe he's an asshole.
I mean,
I can just imagine him being
right.
like, "Look, baby, I know you're blind, but
You know
you're
what?
hot,
Like,
so-
I have a lot of fans.
so keep up with that."
When she turns into like a
buys her
fucking toxic monster, and he's gonna be
Toxic
like,
Evangeline.
She gets
Toxic
like,
Avenger. He's like,
she gets.
he goes like, "Damn, bitch, you nasty." You go.
I gotta poke my own eyes out now.
He's like, "You're sick for fucking me. I'm out of here."
Now I gotta go blind, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't blind. What the hell?
Well,
It's not fair to me.
Well, she touches his face, and she's like, "Oh, you're a beautiful person, and you're so muscular."
Especially
It's been 2 years since I touched a man.
straight. To
You know,
the
that
nuts.
reminded me
2
of the
years.
movie
So,
Mask.
who was she with? Yes, I know.
You know, have you seen that scene where like she touches
Yeah.
his face and you just see that look on her face like,
Yeah, she's like.
"Eee."
But so I want to know who was the man she touched 2 years ago. That's all.
Right.
That's the prequel to fucking Toxic Avenger.
There you go.
Yeah.
It should all just be all about the blind chick. The prequel to Toxic Avenger.
You go, how did she end up fucking a toxic monster?
Right.
Well, the guy she must have touched 2 years ago must have been toxic too. Because she's like, "Oh, you're a beautiful person," and it's like,
No, it was a
"Well,
fucking elephant. It was
you're
an elephant.
okay,
Judge
whatever.
a character, bitch.
Well, here's the thing. Like,
Maybe.
okay, yeah,
Or
he's
not.
got maybe
She's been blind since birth and she doesn't know any better.
Well, that's true. Well, you know what? You're right. Maybe you're right, man. But
Beauty
he's got
is
a bumpy
objective.
face. Whatever, acne.
Right. Buffy.
Whatever, bumpy face
Yeah.
could be acne. Whatever.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's got an eye like 2 inches lower than his other fucking eye. You can't tell me that doesn't.
It's fucking
set something
Igor.
off.
You're like, shit, this is the hottest shit ever. Maybe
I
she's
think
just
it's a
thinking of
huge-
like,
I think it's a
Maybe
huge
she's
toxic
got like
dong,
a
man.
Renfield
Yeah.
fetish. or
It's this
something.
huge toxic dong.
well, it's
And
got
that-
it's got like
that-
toxic
yeah.
tumors,
And his
which
Well,
is
that
like,
dick's got to be bumpy as
and
shit.
his-
hitting all the G
His
spot.
3
man.
testicles
3 testicles.
gets
Oh,
that
man.
like radioactive spooge. I bet it burns.
burns so good.
Sizzle.
Apparently.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, that's. Oh, actually, did the second one do they have kids?
I don't remember.
All I know
been
is
a
he
long
pisses green. That's for damn sure.
That's true. He does piss green,
that-
and it
that
burn, and
one-
it's like sizzles when he
Yeah,
pisses,
that's
so
right. Like it's
He's
all.
gotta have some toxic fucking semen.
There's something. She's got cancer.
Yeah, she's.
She's.
yeah.
There's no way. Like she's.
But
not,
she's loving every second
right.
of it.
You know.
Fucking
Hey,
Toxic
I mean,
Avenger Part 2.
they're
the-
happy.
The quest for chemotherapy.
There you
Well, he's just pee on it. He's got radiation and shit.
Oh,
on
that's
it.
true.
go.
You fight cancer with
You can just
cancer.
do X-rays.
Right. Yeah.
You fight cancer with cancer. Is that what you said? All right, man.
Let them duke it out to see who wins.
Controversial.
A stronger cancer will always win against the weaker cancer. Obviously.
So
So
the,
it's
the
science,
last
guys.
part, he
Fucking
does
science.
end up killing the mayor and this whole group of people.
Oh yeah. Was it?
And
what did
he-
he tell him?
What was the mayor? Okay, so he only kills people that like I guess commit like real heinous crimes.
Yeah.
Right. Hyenas.
Well,
Well, the mayor's just a corrupt politician.
Yeah.
so
Oh, and
he's got to kill all of them.
but not he's like
yeah.
remember he has that girl
But he's the only
dancing
one
in the background.
movie. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe
He probably has
later
like
on, he
a
fucking
sex
goes
ring
and-
going on. He's got
Oh,
those
maybe.
girls dancing
Yeah,
all the
and
time
then
in the
he's
background.
taking
He literally
kickbacks from-
fucking rips his guts out in front of everybody.
Right,
Everyone's
and they're
like,
like,
cheering.
"Oh my god!" No, they
Isn't he-
don't.
isn't he
First,
like-
they,
Yeah.
first they scream,
Yeah.
"Ah!" and then 5 seconds later they're clapping.
I mean,
Like,
I don't know.
Even
Way
the
to go.
National Guard's like,
I
fuck
hated
yeah,
that
bro.
motherfucker. yeah. He what is he? He tells.
I don't know
Get
the
rid of
mayor
this
too well,
toxic
but he
waste.
looks like a dick.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did it.
This guy's an asshole. We ate that fucking sandwich.
I mean, he's got to be doing some kind of more corrupt shit. He's a fucking politician, you know.
Well, yeah. Like, what was the thing that
So
they
by the
that
rules
they
of
say in the
politics,
beginning?
does he become mayor now?
Well,
Oh.
I'm gonna now that I said that, I'm like, what's Bernie Sanders doing? That's really bad.
I don't know, man.
What's Elizabeth Warren
Absolutely.
doing really bad?
Oh well, fuck her. But
Well, Kamala
she's
Harris is out.
she's out because she was two-faced as fuck to begin with. Not to
Yeah.
go into any of that.
All right,
shit.
I'm gonna throw this
And
out there
Warren's
on the
hot
podcast.
topics,
baby.
I'm gonna throw this
Hot
out there on the
topics on the
podcast.
Troma
I was
podcast.
kind of attracted to Kamala Harris. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's
I could
it's
see
because Ray likes
You look at me with such disgust.
that. I can see
Ray thinks power is sexy.
Yeah.
I
That's what
I
it
do.
is.
Like, I love
That's what he
powerful
is.
women.
Yeah.
You like
Love strong,
you like
independent
women
women.
who
Love
you
getting
like, you like
pegged by him.
yeah.
Hey,
You like women who
don't knock me for my fucking interests, right?
you like women who send people to jail for petty crimes.
Put the pressure
yeah.
on the prostate. Yeah, no. All that, no.
Anyways,
No.
back to the movie.
Hey, well, she's available now. She's not going for president anymore.
No, yeah.
She's got a lot of time.
She's married though.
Is she?
Don't mean shit.
Let me tweet it. Let me tweet at her right now.
Right, yeah, there you
Maybe
go.
Twitter. You know.
Let me tweet at her right now.
Maybe she feel like scraping the bottom of the barrel. Where
Yeah,
Ray's at.
All right, since you're not running for president, how about giving me a shot?
Yeah, there you go. In the mouth.
Yeah.
Damn.
That sounds wonderful.
And then after that, I'll send you to jail.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Okay, so back to the movie.
started
Mayor
this.
is dead. Yes, I did. Yeah, Mayor is dead. We pretty much. That's
I hope you.
pretty
What
much
is
the
he?
whole movie,
I
right?
hope you got the guts, or what does he tell
Yeah,
him?
I hope you got the. Oh, you got some guts or some
Let's see if
shit.
you got.
Yeah.
See if you got any guts.
Let's see if you got any
Rips out his fucking guts.
Yeah.
And of course,
Because he calls him
in-
because he's got to mention he's fat.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah. Hey, fat,
you fat
hey,
fuck.
fatso. Yeah, fat
He said
fuck.
fat, yeah.
Or something fat, something like that. Fatso, fatty, fat.
But you know,
fuck,
like
something
he,
that.
he rips
fat.
out his guts. Mayor tries to put the guts back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a shot of the mayor on the ground with the guts on the
Next
side,
to him.
and then another shot with the guts sitting right on top of his
stomach,
fucking
so-
gut
And
too.
you know, they
He-
just like
he
fucking
tried-
like
he's-
they're laying him down on there. And they just like put it on top of him. Yeah,
They're like,
Yeah,
Mr.
that's cool.
Kaufman, it was on side. Fuck continuity.
Yeah.
put it on him. That looks the most ridiculous. Put it on his fucking.
There we go. It's better than a red smear.
Yeah.
It's like, Mr. Kaufman, I don't think. Make your own goddamn movie.
Don't fucking think. What did I pay you those $5 for?
So there's a book out there you should read.
Some bitch.
But yeah, so everyone cheers,
Yep.
and the end.
Off into the sunset.
Off into literally,
no, not,
literally.
not before a nice shot in front of the Twin Towers or two towers.
Okay,
All
of
right,
course, yeah,
another one
right.
again.
Never forget.
And then Flight of the
That's
Lone
right.
Bees or whatever the fuck playing again.
Bum, 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 bum.
But it's a good ending.
Yeah.
What?
And then he's like in some fucking in front of some railroad track crossing, like
Yeah.
a random shot.
Second shot used in the middle of the movie and the end. When he first turns into the Toxic Avenger,
Oh, that's
they
true.
use that same shot
Right,
too.
where he's like stumbling
Yeah,
through.
so in this,
Fucking random neighborhood.
Also, I mean, we didn't even mention how
talks.
how he speaks. Like,
Yeah.
you know, as the 94-pound solid nerd, he's always like,
Yeah.
I would say
And
that I would say
then-
the Toxic Avenger is more nerd like.
and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
as
Then-
as
Or
fucking
maybe
Toxic Avenger, he
Melvin.
becomes he starts like fucking quoting Macbeth and
Yeah.
shit or whatever. Out damn spot.
Well, maybe you know the fucking toxic waste increases brain mass too.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Maybe.
It doesn't have to always be brawn.
His mom, my son has finally hit puberty.
Yeah.
Hooray! Mother, you know not of what you speak.
Yeah, because the scene where he beats up the fucking gang and then he talks to the cop. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
I've never had this
I'm
happen
not
before.
usually
I
like this.
won't hurt you at all. You're safe with
He
me.
even
sir.
talks with the blind girl like that too. He's like, "What are you doing to me?"
I would never hurt you.
And she starts steaming and shit.
Let me help you up.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's
I've
happening.
never felt like this before.
They had some,
What are
like,
you doing to me?
Some wicked missionary.
I'm melting.
Is that? Oh, really? I didn't even fucking see this.
Yeah.
Oh.
The what?
Yeah, they when they have sex, like it's just him like fucking
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah,
missionary
yeah.
style.
Yeah.
Burning
But
the
like,
clit, burning
you know,
the
like
clit.
he's all
Right.
steaming already, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the scene I remembered. I thought it was like,
He's
I mean,
vaping that
there might be
badge.
another scene in like another Toxic Avenger where he's fucking and like there's steam coming off his
Steam
fucking
cleaning
dick,
the
you know?
badge.
There you go. Yeah, that's how you keep it.
That might be the same joke that was running, you know.
How you keep it.
I must have seen
Clean.
not Citizen Toxie because when I saw that other movie with the whole in that family gathering, I don't think it was Toxic Avenger. It was probably Toxic Avenger Part 3.
Oh, okay.
Last Temptation of Toxie.
What? Okay, that's funny. I wonder if the Last Temptation of Christ came out around the same time.
No,
That's why they
no,
named
it was
that.
before that.
It was before
70s.
the Last Temptation of Christ was the
70s,
70s?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's Scorsese and fucking Defoe.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, this was
Fucking
like,
Defoe. It is done.
Okay, so let's just talk about the acting real quick. Acting of the movie is obviously very Troma-esque.
Bad.
Wide eyes,
So bad it's
overacting,
good.
ham it up.
Oh, you mean the girl wants to get him into the locker room?
With her dead-eyed stare. That's the either I'm going to fuck you or I'm
The
going to...
the guy who
That
plays
must be
Slug's friend,
scary.
the guy that gets stressed out from not being a
Bozo?
drug- Bozo.
Stressed.
I'm stressed. I'm stressed.
He has the
It's messing
same
with my
fucking
karma.
expressions
What?
as he does in fucking Class of Nukem High, almost like the same character but with a wig.
Bitch. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, if you're familiar with any sort of Troma Entertainment movie, you know that the acting itself is like over the top.
All right, Ray. Well, I do have this to consider this. You're saying he acts the same. You're saying he acts the same in Nukem High,
I submit.
As in this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Well, I submit. Kevin Costner. He acts the same in every fucking movie. He's just Kevin Costner.
So Kevin
Fucking-
Costner should be in Troma movies.
In
would
Robin
be
Hood,
fucking
Robin
awesome.
Hood doesn't even try to pretend to have a
No,
fucking
he
English
has
accent.
no
no,
accent.
He's just
Everyone
Kevin
else
Costner.
is always like.
So what the hell? Why can't this guy do that, man? He's
I'm not
just
saying
that
he
dude.
can't. I'm saying he does it like over the top.
Not
Kevin
every
Costner
actor
doesn't even
can do
try.
that.
This
Even,
guy's
even
trying.
Morgan Freeman tries to have a British accent.
Yeah,
And he plays a Moor.
yeah, he does.
Islamic accent.
Yeah.
What? Really? Does
It's
it
like
sounds
it's not
more
really British, is it?
I don't know.
No,
It's
he's not.
borderline.
He's-
Middle Eastern.
He's from Middle Eastern Africa.
kind
I
of
know
a-
he's what they at the time they would say a Moor. He even refers to himself as a Moor in the movie.
Yes.
So I guess he does kind of have. Well, it sounds more British to me. I gotta rewatch the movie.
No.
Anyways, the point is Morgan Freeman tries to have some kind of accent.
No,
Why can't Kevin Costner fucking do that?
And
Because
they
Kevin
all do.
Costner just
They all do.
he's
not.
We should have like a. There should be some kind of compilation of like Kevin Costner delivering lines throughout movies, and how he's the same
Pick any
demeanor
movie.
All right.
in every fucking movie.
The Postman, Waterworld.
Oh, I was about to say that. All right, Cinequest 2020, Waterworld,
Yes,
Postman,
yes.
Robin Hood.
Got
You
them
hear
all.
me, Postman? You ride, Postman.
With no real explanation. You ride, postman. Fucking dead eye. You ride.
Fucking
Hello, little John.
Yeah. Yeah. If you build it, they will come.
Right? Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Kevin,
I can't even do a
Kevin Costner almost feels like he's like sedated to every fucking movie that he is on. Maybe he's on some Xanax or
How
something.
many
Talks like,
actors
you
are there
know,
that just that they don't ever play a character or do an accent? It's like Kevin Costner, fucking Bruce Willis, George Clooney is another one.
George Clooney is another one.
Oh fuck.
You know what? I was just thinking about that the other day, Roland. There's another guy who does the same thing as Kevin Costner. He does not fucking act. He's just Kevin Costner. He's just in a way, actually. Well, he's never really played it. He's never really played a character who has an accent. But Jeff Goldblum is just Jeff Goldblum. Like he never really.
Well, now, yeah, for sure. I mean, well, I
Because
guess if you look
the
back
thing
in his,
about Jeff Goldblum is that he's a character of himself.
Yeah, I know what you're
like
thinking.
he just
Maybe that's what it is. And yeah,
almost like, hey,
Yeah.
Christopher Walken.
Brundle Fly.
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
Okay,
Brundle Fly.
but he's another
Yeah.
character. Like he's not a normal
He's
guy.
just-
He
Christopher
has not
Walken,
changed. Yeah.
you know, like he's a
But
fucking.
he's a
silly,
fucking.
He's a weird ass dude.
Big
It's
time
hilarious.
Hollywood actor.
Yeah.
I would assume that
But-
like, okay, we need you to be somebody different than who you were in this movie.
I don't think that ever.
He's
I
never-
don't think
he's
that's
never
ever
changed.
happened.
He's never changed
I don't
from
think that's
comedian.
ever happened to him.
He's
like
been,
he was a Bond
he's
villain.
been Whitley Strieber.
He was the fucking headless horseman. He was fucking.
Oh, that's true. He's the Hessian.
Valley
Like
Strange
yeah,
Cartoon.
exactly. Like, I mean,
Strange
he was
Cartoon.
fucking. Was it the archangel? Was it Gabriel?
Oh, Gabriel, yeah.
And-
What's the same
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, I just want what's mine, heaven.
yeah. Yeah.
You know, like
He doesn't.
he.
You know, even in
he doesn't talk
it's
to me
Saturday
anymore.
Night Live, like they just play on his version of himself in every fucking skit.
I got a fever.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
More cowbell, and then that
Only
fucking
prescription. It's more. I mean,
the
he fucking
champagne
does
where he's trying to get
himself-
that girl to like fuck him.
Everything
and
he
won't let her
does,
leave.
like
No,
he's
same
such a
shit.
fucking silly ass dude that you can't help but love him. He was fucking what's that? The Fatboy Slim video.
yeah.
Weapon of choice.
Weapon. I mean, like he's just being himself.
And he didn't even speak.
Fucking no. That's the thing. Like he can just fucking mime that shit.
Well, I
or
guess
whatever,
that's kind of
you
what.
know?
I guess
Like,
essentially that's what Kevin Costner is. And he's just
there
a
are
parody of
exceptions.
himself.
Yeah. But
Because
thinking
what was the
about
first
there?
movie What was the first movie he was in?
The,
Or, like,
the
Kevin
earliest
Costner?
movie that I remember
Yeah.
him in was one of the like I don't know if it was Michael Moore or one of the James Bond villains that he was like it was either the late 70s or the early 80s. It's old as fuck.
well, if you want to get into that, Sean Connery as well. He's always been a Scottish man. Like he's never
Yeah, that's true,
tried
yeah.
to fucking do anything different.
But that's isn't that
even
also
in-
what they
even-
hired him for?
I
for
guess.
the most part,
In The
everything?
Rock, he's fucking staying
Losers always
he's staying
whine
at
about
Alcatraz.
their best.
I don't know too many Scottish people. I mean, I don't know what the fuck. Maybe he was just a Scottish prisoner. He's never tried to do any other fucking accent. I know there's a what's that fucking the Spider-Man guy Garfield? He does an American accent wonderfully.
Yeah. Holland as well.
Yeah, why can't motherfucking Sean Connery do some American?
They want the hero.
Because okay,
if that, so that's what you're saying. Like, so you think? Well,
it
okay,
depends at the time. Like at that time,
and
dude,
Schwarzenegger too.
Stallone, Van Damme.
Okay, Schwarzenegger cannot speak English. Van Damme
We're getting
cannot
into this
speak
on a whole.
English.
This isn't a whole other Cinequest.
Yeah.
Well, all right, hold on.
No,
Hold on, but I will.
You're going to extreme there.
No, but if that's what we're gonna do, that's exactly
we're not
what it is,
not necessarily like.
Well, Citizen
As-
Toxie
for
Toxie's already
example,
over. We finished it. Now we got to go on.
Yeah.
Because hold on, you know what? I will extrapolate on that. You're right. We were just talking about this today. Schwarzenegger and fucking Jingle All the Way. He's supposed to be an all-American dad, and he's got like this fucking Austrian accent. He's a buff motherfucker. Whose dad's like that?
Yeah,
I know, but it's really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Put my cookie down. That's my cookie.
This is gonna be a whole other like
Jamie!
Cinequest. Not even like talking about
Jamie!
movies, just talking about actors who don't change their persona
No.
to accommodate the
That's
movie.
just who you are.
like I think there are several factors to that. Like in the case of Sean Connery, like when he was an actor, that was what was in demand. Like him.
well, it makes sense.
You know,
as
okay,
James-
we need
it
a
makes-
British douche or whatever to do an accent, and he's like, oh, I can do this.
It makes sense as James Bond because
kinda
he's
thing.
supposed to be like a European, like
Right.
debonair type guy, but
for
to
pretty much
me-
everything. Like they
oh,
were.
you know what? And you're right because like, what the fuck else did he? Motherfucking Highlander. He just played a Scottish guy in fucking Highlanders. That was the perfect role.
Finally,
He's like, he didn't have to act. It's like,
Nope.
I'm just Sean Connery and I'm here in
Hello.
fucking Highlander.
sound Scottish. Okay,
Yeah. Oh.
like
Got it.
I can do this. Pay me.
Okay, so just let's finish
Yeah,
this
Deer
whole
Hunter.
Trauma
That's a whole
Entertainment.
nother-
Right.
That's a whole
Fucking-
nother-
I was
It's
looking-
literally
I was
a
looking-
whole
I was
other
looking for
episode.
Christopher Walken stuff. Deer Hunter was the earliest one I remember him in. Actually.
Communion
I don't think I've seen that.
Communion is the
Communion's
earliest
probably
movie
the-
I
you
ever-
haven't?
I remember seeing.
Yep.
I have Communion, yeah.
No, I was talking to the Deer Hunter.
No, I don't. No.
You
I
haven't
remember Deer
you haven't
Hunter
seen
too
that?
much.
No, I've never
Holy
seen it,
fuck.
no.
I've
never
seen
seen
it.
that.
I don't
That
remember
was-
too much though. But
I saw it when I was a fucking kid. I don't know what the hell
when
my
did that-
family
when
was
did-
thinking.
When
of.
did Deer Hunter come out?
Speaking of which,
It was
Roland,
78.
Oh,
1978,
yeah.
dude.
I have the Communion book came in. So
Oh, you
remind me.
do?
Yeah,
Okay,
give
I
it
thought
to
you were gonna mail it to me.
I already started
I was, but
mail it
that's-
to you.
Hey, so he was fucking asking my
forgot.
fucking
I already started
address
reading
and
some
shit.
of it
You
again.
creep.
Yeah, but I had already pressed like buy before I even asked for the address. So like whatever.
So I'm trying to look for the earliest thing that Christopher Walken was in here, and it's actually a lot of TV series.
I forgot about Deer Hunter though. I haven't seen it.
So have I, dude. Like I only saw it a few times.
Did
and
you
it was
know?
Still, like it sticks out on
did
my
you
head. That movie
know?
is fucked up. It's good, but god damn it, it's like
Jacob's Ladder. type
yes,
of it?
yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I was gonna say. Like
'Cause it's
Jacob's
Vietnam
Ladder,
too, right?
yeah, like Jacob's Ladder kind of stuff, but without
Without the
I guess
surrealism,
without
I
the
guess.
surreal
Yeah.
horror
Yeah.
clips. So it's in the same vein and almost the same thing, just a little less. Like
Did you know
very
that Troma
vaguely-
did
barely
a
less.
Vietnam vet movie?
Really?
Isn't that the Trauma's
Wasn't
War?
that supposed to be
It's
the
not,
serious?
it's not Troma's War. It's
It was supposed to be the serious film, or
yeah, that one was, and actually,
Oh, you did tell me about that one.
It
yeah.
was actually
I think it
considered
was
pretty
mentioned.
I think we've
impressive
mentioned it.
for it.
Yeah, I think
Because
we've mentioned
he
it.
has like a deformed child because of all the Agent Orange, and he's just like he just ends up like wanting to kill himself, and like it was like the part of their trauma piece, like or whatever the fuck they called it. But
You know what's funny is because I feel Trauma's
masterpiece. I think
Trauma's doing like a serious.
they tried
type
to
of
for a
movie, right?
while. Yeah.
And I feel at some point if we try to do like a serious shit like podcast,
yeah,
like it's
no,
gonna be like
like
it may
even-
maybe hit or miss. I don't
you're
know.
gonna have to edit the fuck out of that.
Well,
Well, it depends on who's on it.
they tried to get into
well.
they tried to get into what is it like legit horror too? The Terror Firmer was like their shot at like a like legit horror movie. I've never seen it. I'm actually kind of curious,
Interesting.
but I don't know, man.
Speaking of the Trauma,
But I think that the movie I'm talking about, the Vietnam vet, where he's like he puts like a revolver to his head or whatever.
Yeah, that's Deer Hunter.
Oh really?
Yeah,
is that Deer Hunter?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
The
okay.
fuck?
Maybe that's what I'm saying. I've seen bumper stickers of that fucking guy. Like with
Yeah,
the
dude,
revolver to
that
his head.
that's. God,
I always thought that was a trauma movie.
I was no. That's what I mean. So that's where it
Oh, okay. Interesting.
came from, and that's what I remember the most about this movie. I was like, why the fuck am I watching this?
So
Mom?
that movie
Like,
is a straight up just.
this is a good
it's- it's
movie.
a-
This is
it's-
important. You should watch this. What the fuck?
That's so funny. So I guess Trauma was straight up trying to parody that movie then.
Probably.
Wow.
That's
and
as
they didn't
far as
realize that it was
yeah,
going to be like
it was
considered
fucking
decent for their
Robert De
shit.
Niro that was putting the fucking.
Yeah,
gun
okay,
to
that's
his
Are you
head.
thinking Taxi Driver?
No, dude.
Oh.
I saw I saw
Wait, are
Taxi
you
Driver
thinking-
like up to 10 years ago. Even this I saw as a fucking kid.
I've seen bumper stickers of that where it's like the guy, he's like fucking like, you know, like smiling and shit. And he's got like the fucking gun.
So like the way it worked was that De Niro, if I remember correctly, like he was a washout burnout from the war and he stays in Vietnam. And then one of his buddies or someone that was related to him in some way, like either through the platoon he was in or someone that was like going to look for him, goes and they find him and he's there fucking doing the Russian roulette
Okay, right.
gambling thing. And
straight
he
up.
like he's like, oh, I remember you now,
Apocalypse
because
Now,
like
man.
his mind was so fried from all the fucking drugs and depression and shit. Like I think I remember it to where he's like, oh, I remember you now, and then you know, like
Damn.
peace. And,
Hey, this is getting serious.
Well, I
it's
gotta
a
watch.
good movie. It's
I gotta watch
it
Deer
was
Hunter
a
now.
fucked up movie. Because like he was tortured us to the fuck or whatever in throughout that as well. Like there was a lot of things in there that just like led to him just like spiraling down to shit or whatever through that whole thing. So it was pretty good. It was a good movie, but I was just like, that's not something I'm
that's
fucking.
shocking for her to hear this. One
Oh
say.
yeah, I know. Like I and I'm right there with you, Ray.
I saw it
But
recently.
my parents were just like throwing me weird, random things like as a child. It was like
Same here. I saw
Okay.
Jacob's Ladder as a
You know.
fucking kid. That
Yeah.
shit was fucked up.
I saw it once and it stayed with me.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
That's
fucked
what.
I mean,
Tim,
for like 20 years, and I saw it later. Tim
Robbins.
Tim
Yeah.
Tim Robbins.
That's right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
And,
a Stephen King.
No, it's not Stephen King.
No, dude.
No,
Jacobs.
not-
No, I'm sorry. I'm
that's not
thinking
Stephen
of a Dead Zone, but that's also with Christopher Walken.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's Chris Walken. No, it's the whole Vietnam thing. He's dying in Vietnam,
Yeah.
essentially. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
you don't really
yeah.
know what's going on, but at the end, the doctor tells him, like, well, you know, sometimes, like, if they just, like, accept it, it's, like, easier when you're dying.
And
'Cause,
it
like,
turns out that he never left.
yeah, or, like, you don't know if he's actually dying and he's
Spoilers!
just, like, fighting himself dying.
Right,
and, like, that's why he's going through all this
He
hell.
hallucinates.
But when he
this-
accepts he's dying, is like he's going to heaven with his kid or some
Right.
shit. Or something like that. I don't know.
something
Crazy.
something like that.
Check it out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, definitely. It's a interesting movie.
I recently saw fucking Apocalypse Now, Redux or Redux or whatever. That was on Showtime. It's on Showtime a lot, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Why they're showing it so much. I was still seeing it. And fucking Marlon Brando. And I thought to myself, what genius of that act. And I was like, come on, dude. He did a good job, but he was like fucking hamming it up, dude.
Well, I mean, he's just being Marlon Brando
He's
at
being
this
Marlon
point. you
Brando.
know?
Yes, you're right, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let's bring this episode to a close.
Rating Troma. We're going for
We
Troma
went from
rating
Troma
and-
to fucking Apocalypse Now to fucking
to fucking Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner,
To fucking Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, it's Kevin Costner,
Yeah.
Sean Connery, then Christopher Walken.
and then
This
Apocalypse
was one of
Now.
those
No,
motherfuckers
Deer
that-
Hunter.
Deer Hunter. Fucking
Apocalypse.
Robert.
It's
I
all
had
over the
Robert
place.
De Niro in there.
Yeah,
And Jacob's Ladder.
Before we talk about our ratings and stuff, just give a little bit more trivia of the Toxic
The
Avenger.
Rock.
April 1991,
Nick Cage.
Marvel Comics published the Toxic Avenger for the first time as a comic book.
Yeah, I heard
Oh
that.
yeah. Actually, I thought it was
Um,
Dark Horse. It's Marvel.
And it's Marvel, and it lasted for 11 issues.
Interesting. And Marvel publishes a bunch of shit. They'll
And it says,
They did.
The series focused on Toxie battling
Time.
against the evil Apocalypse and its demonic chairman. What the fuck that means?
It sounds like a
Sounds
fucking
like a comic
trauma.
book,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
like-
sounds like a trauma.
It says in July
that sounds like
2000,
a redo
Troma
the
published
fucking
an
movie.
extremely rare comic book entitled The New Adventures of Toxic Avenger. The
And
comic
what
book was
year
offered to people who donate $75 or more to Troma Dance 2007.
All right, you missed your opportunity, man.
Yeah, I know.
Well, maybe they.
I was at my
maybe
prime
maybe
then.
they're trying to flip it on eBay now or something.
Oh,
Yes.
probably for a bunch. Some of the going like some trivia I read too is that the
Give me
laser
10
disc.
bucks. Oh yeah.
That's right.
That's the only version you can get it in widescreen because for a while Troma was trying to release laser discs in their widescreen collection.
Mm-hmm.
So they were trying to get legit for a while, man. You imagine that shit? But that has that's 10 minutes of uncut. Well, there's like they had to cut some of it, so it's like the uncut version. There's like 10 minutes added or whatever. And it's like the only way you can find it where like they actually add. No, I'm sorry. The Japanese version is the only one where you can find it where they actually just have it in the movie because I think the Laserdisc is just like it's like extra or bonus material.
Yeah.
Right.
But the Japanese version is
They
the
actually
only
just
one
included
where they
it
just
and
straight up
then
included like the
the regular
entire
cut.
movie. Yeah.
Cool.
But it's like $300 a Laserdisc online.
Yeah,
like
the-
first of
all
all, I don't
that
have a
shit's
Laserdisc player. So I ain't gonna
expensive.
fucking
If anyone out there has a Laserdisc player,
Mm-hmm. Hook it up.
as a,
enjoy because I mean,
well first
You-
okay.
You lucky fucks.
hold on. Though going
I
back,
don't know how lucky they are to have a laser displayer, but
Yeah,
like
I don't know,
to
man.
play this particular
Well,
version.
I
of the
don't
movie.
know.
How old they are, maybe.
Well, going back, if you're gonna ask people to send us that kind of shit, man, or I don't know what you're asking, but send me the fucking poster of slime, dude. That's what I want.
Well, we can buy that.
Yeah, it's not too much. Yeah. No, Ray, we haven't got any Patreon money.
Not yet. Not yet.
Still poor.
Right. Well.
We're poor over here. Whatever.
Yeah.
And regarding the reboot, we did mention it earlier.
I think Rob Zombie
Says
helmed
due
that,
to the
man.
remake
Fuck
of
yeah.
Mother's Day, which I have not seen.
I have not seen that one. That is a
Major
Troma
motion
movie.
picture companies were interested in doing remakes of other Troma
So they
films.
remade Mother's Day?
Yeah, apparently. I just found this out.
Have you ever seen The Children?
No, I haven't.
That's a Troma movie. I gotta see that one. That one's fucking ridiculous. But anyways, go on. I think they made a Father's Day too, which is also a Troma movie. But I didn't know they remade Mother's Day. Who did that one?
I don't know. But I actually was watching those Mojo lists on YouTube.
Yeah.
They do like the top 10 Troma movies,
Yeah.
and then they did like a remake. They showed Mother's Day, and I had no idea that Mother's Day was remade. Although I have seen the original Mother's Day.
Oh, see, I haven't seen the original. Is it any good? Or
Yeah,
is
it's
it-
pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah, for Troma.
yeah. I didn't know it was Troma at the time. Like I just
Well,
saw
here's
the
the
cover
th-
and I
here's-
just watched that.
Here's the thing that. Here's the thing with Troma though. It's like they. It's sort of like how Andy Kaufman. I'm sorry, not Andy Kaufman. I'm sorry. It's sort of like how. Oh my god, I was
Jesus
thinking of Kaufman because it's sort of like how Andy Warhol back in the day would buy like indie movies and put his name on it, even though he had nothing to do with the production of it. I think Troma did some of that too. They would like buy like indie movies and put.
Well, I mean, the last one we just talked
Troma-
about was Slimed.
Yeah, dude, which was
They
yeah,
made
yeah,
themselves.
Pieces
yeah,
Project or whatever that
Yeah.
they produced.
Well, so there's a lot of movies they did in the 80s, which was like they didn't actually have anything to do with the production of it, but they just like they bought it up and released it. Because have you ever seen Andy Warhol's Frankenstein?
I have not.
Yeah, I'll take that one. You haven't seen that one?
No, I
Where
haven't.
it's like the guy's like he's talking to Igor. He's like, Igor, you have to fuck life back into the liver. You gotta see that one. The Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, man. Oh, dude. Anyways, we all watch it
No,
sometime.
well, there's so many movies that we need to like just watch. I mean, I just delved into like The Beast and like Salo not too long ago, and that's just
How'd
after
you like The
watching
Beast?
some fucking weird ass
At the
movie,
end,
man.
where it's like the jizzing giant beast cock.
Dude, man,
Sounds
a
like
beast,
sounds like a
a
gore
giant
concert.
jizzing
Well-
beast cock is it's so weird. It's so fucking weird.
Oh,
It's,
is it-
it's an
is
erotic.
it?
It's an erotic telling of Beauty and the Beast. Essentially.
Interesting.
It's like at the end, it's like
Right. It's a parody
prosthetic
porn.
cock, like fucking shooting color.
And this is probably not going to be a good thing, though. It says the remake is said to be aiming for a family-friendly PG-13 release, similar to the Toxic Crusaders
No.
television series.
No.
So they would pretty much want to make it like the cartoon.
No.
Boo this man.
God
Boo this
damn
man.
it. For shame.
Hear this. You ready? In May 2013, Arnold Schwarzenegger entered talks for a role in the film.
Oh.
Sometime in late 2013,
No.
Schwarzenegger
Well, if he
dropped
doesn't-
out to work on Terminator Genesis.
Oh, well, that makes sense, I guess.
What a fuck up on his part, man.
Yeah.
He could have been.
Wow.
He could have been
a
Toxie.
he doesn't give a fuck about any of that shit.
Okay, imagine all the Toxic Avenger movie and the scenes where he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what came over
You know
me."
what? They could have had Sylvester Stallone play Toxie and just talk normal.
Oh shit! Hot takes. Hot takes.
This
They already
little,
got- well, never mind.
little piece of news here. Variety reports that Conrad Vernon, I don't know who that is, will direct the film with executive producers Guillermo del Toro of Double Dare You, Bob Cooper, and Alex Schwartz
Guillermo
of
del Toro's gonna do a Toxic Avenger movie?
Storyscape Entertainment, and
Oh, but
all
everyone's
these
gonna-
other fucking people are on board to rewrite the screenplay.
Everyone's
by
gonna have,
Pink
like,
and
Celtic
Daniel
knots on their
It's gonna-
faces and shit,
exactly,
though, man.
right? He's gonna worship Thulu.
Yeah, he's gonna like throw all this like fucking Celtic lore in there or some shit, man.
It's
Toxic,
gonna
the
look
Toxic
like
Avenger. It wasn't really because of like toxic waste. It's because some fucking like Celtic god came down and
right,
fucking like
right.
made him.
it took a cosmic piss on him.
There you go, man.
There you
Okay,
go.
so that's pretty much some trivia regarding the possible remake of Toxic Avenger.
Well,
Yeah.
since this year, I don't know when they're gonna release it or if they are, but Troma. I was like, I told you they're gonna do another Shakespeare movie. It's The Tempest. They're gonna do damn, I'm looking forward to that shit, man.
It's gonna be,
I don't know if Sean Gunn's gonna be a part of it. If he is, that'd be fucking amazing.
man, they need to bring back James Gunn
I'm sorry, James Gunn
and Sean Gunn.
I mean,
Well,
I'd be happy enough.
bring them,
with
bring
Sean
them fucking
Gunn.
all back.
Yeah,
What the fuck
why
is going on?
not? I'm
If
sure
the
they would
both of
fucking. Are you
them-
kidding me? I bet
Oh,
you they'd love
yeah.
to do that, man.
Probably. I mean,
Lloyd Kaufman is just a genuine guy. He's not in it for anything, man. He's just in it for the schlock. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm sure he makes his money off. Whatever. Everyone does.
Well, you
That's
know,
what it's all
you-
about. But I mean, how could you say no? How could you say no to
break
Lloyd
even.
Kaufman, man? How can you say no to him?
Well,
heartless.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, man. He's on
You're
YouTube.
dead
Like
inside.
he's on fucking
Yeah.
fucking Cinemassacre, Angry Video Game Nerd.
Yep.
You know he's not making any money off that.
Yeah, that's
no,
true.
fuck no.
He's just out
loved
to
it.
promote.
He just
shit
loved it.
whenever he can.
And they trashed everything that they talked about with him on those games are shit. Like they had a bunch of them. He's like, this is crap. He's like, yeah.
Well, he makes it himself. I remember seeing. I think it
He
was-
doesn't take himself seriously there, so it's just like
It was like one of the sequels of Sergeant Kabuki Man, and like this whole promotion of Troma was like he's out in a tent, like a homeless guy, and he's like, "You buy my DVDs for $1?" Like I don't know, some shit. Like he's just like that's him promoting his fucking production company. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, in that Poltergeist thing, Kaufman's daughter was in it too.
Oh really?
Yeah, bringing in the family,
was she
making it the family
Was
business.
she the biker
That's
chick?
him, man.
No, she was just a person who dressed up as one of the fucking birds and shit in the
Did you
fucking
guys do
musical.
Poltergeist?
No, we
No,
didn't. No,
just watched it.
we didn't have time. Scheduling, you know how it is.
Well, we do.
It's on.
But we can do it
it's in
anytime we
the
want
Voiks.
because
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
New.
We only have the rest of our lives.
Yeah,
Oh well, speaking of which, at the end of Toxic Avenger has a fucking awesome soundtrack. Body talk.
yeah. I was just gonna talk real quick about the soundtrack. It's very '80s, very poppy. It's like lower quality Survivor or something.
Yeah. I actually wonder if those songs were made
Specifically for.
Yeah. Like they just got some.
I think
people
Roland might be looking that up, but who knows?
It looks like it.
I wouldn't be surprised. I've never heard that Body Talk song in my life. It's the best movie.
I don't know how long it took him to shoot this movie. Other than how much it cost, it's $500,000.
That is impressive. 500,000. I would have never guessed that much.
I mean, how much did it take to make Clerks? It's like $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 or something.
Of course, this is before CGI, which
Do you guys
nowadays CGI?
Yeah,
Did you
it costs
guys
money for
have
practical
a
effects.
favorite death scene in the movie by chance? Because I remember mine.
I
just
like
wanted
the
to
weight
mention that.
one where
Thank
he
you.
brings
That's
the guy
exactly
out
what I was gonna say.
and
That's my
impales
favorite.
the guy's face and almost like breaks his face in half.
No, he does. He like snaps his skull off,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like the you see it like trying to talk or whatever. Like
Right.
his head-
It's like
Honestly, yeah, that
I
one was
loved
pretty
that.
good. I
That
knew
was-
something was gonna happen to it too. When I saw that guy doing the fucking weights, like, oh, this guy's about to get his head fucking knocked off.
and he's not the only one scared because he's looking down and he's like pulling the fucking
Everybody
shit
fucking
down.
runs or whatever.
Here's
but
another
apparently he
thing,
doesn't give a
though.
shit about any of these people screaming around him, and so he gets,
He's fucking into it, man. Have you ever worked out so intensely?
no.
I think they missed an opportunity in that scene though. They
Not to
could've,
where
like,
I'm not gonna
the fucking bar that comes down, like to put. They could have had this more goes down his mouth, like. Ooh, like,
That's what I thought they were gonna do.
I
Yeah,
thought someone was gonna add that.
But that
one.
probably takes more
Yeah.
prosthetics and
yeah, of
effects
course.
to do.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Just smash
There you
his
go.
head.
Just rip his fucking
smash
head
his
off.
head off. That's it.
Imagine if they fucking did that. He's just with the fucking weights.
Well, it's not a death scene. My favorite scene probably is the fucking cigar face, where he's just like punching him into the can
speed
by
bagging
his
his
balls. He's just like punching him down. Like
Instead of
he
like
just will not let up on those balls.
right, like
fucking shit.
you will fit in there. Just kick you in the dick a couple times.
I mean, this movie has a lot of pretty decent practical effects considering. I think at this point they had already like been able to hone their low budget practical effects, and as they got some pretty good soundtrack. Again, they got the Godzilla music as well. It was probably public domain. I don't think they paid any money for that shit.
They used the shit out of it. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
they did. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, maybe it's something to the effect of like putting something more familiar to the audience in the movie, which kind of gives them
As far as
engages
like,
them more.
the soundtrack's featured songs, I only see 3 here that actually mention it, and I think so. I assume everything else was originally scored. Can't get this fucking website to work. Here we go. And that was one of the ones that you were talking about, the Body Talks by
Body Talk by Sandy Farina.
yeah, and those
All
other
right.
2 others, and so pretty much I guess it was largely just like
Is This Love by Mark Hoffman? I guess the band's called Race. Well, 2 of the songs are by the same Nothing at All and Is This Love is by Mark Hoffman, comma, Race. I'm assuming Race is the band.
that web.
And based on the independent nature of the film and the quality of the music, I can imagine. Oh, I can't read the rest of it, but That's funny.
Oh yeah, like there's a bar on the right.
Oh,
you
I'm
can drag
because I'm
down. It's a
curious what they had to say about the
It's
rest
a
of them.
shitty little. There we go.
Body talk. Based on the independent nature of the film, the quality of the music, I can't imagine an actual recording of the soundtrack ever existing. However, the following tunes were featured among others. Body Talk by Santa Farina sounds just like Olivia Newton-John's Physical. I wanna get physical. For some reason, this song stuck with me so intensely from my childhood viewings of
very
the
good,
film
Ray.
that I was convinced it was an actual 80s
Don't
hit.
ever do that again.
Until I
Oh,
bought
I'm
the
gonna
DVD.
do it a lot.
You
I have a wide range, Roland. I don't know if you remember our fucking
make a lot of. You're not allowed.
Valley
You make a lot of
Strange,
listeners very confused.
Valley Strange.
Stir up feelings that they don't understand.
Michelle remembers. I can do the fucking Metal Girl, and I can do the Olivia Newton-John high pitch.
He's a cold-hearted snake.
Look into his eyes.
He's been telling lies.
Okay, so ratings.
Are we gonna do 2 for this?
We're gonna do
The
2,
trauma
as always.
And normal. Okay. So
Ray, you go first.
I'll start on this one. Right?
Ray.
I usually give it to everyone else. Okay, as a regular movie rating, again we're doing 1 out of 5.
Yeah. Start with your trauma rating.
1 out of 5. What? Toxic canisters? I don't know.
No. We can do
It's too
better.
easy,
We can do
man.
better.
That
than
is too easy. Yeah.
One arm back. No.
It was like mops, tutus. No. These are not good. Monster
blind
heroes.
bimbos. No.
Bendovers. No. There's something.
Trying to
in
think
there.
here.
95-pound nerds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Solid.
Solid.
95-pound
90
nerd.
pounds.
Okay, so as my trauma rating of, let's see here, I'm gonna give this movie a 4 out of 5.
94-pound nerd.
98-pound nerds.
98-pound nerd. Thick.
This movie is. I mean, I fucking laughed at this movie. I hadn't seen this movie in fucking years. Probably over a decade. Then I seen this movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was still pretty funny, very entertaining, and as far as a trauma movie, it's probably on the higher end.
Oh yeah.
We have seen a lot throughout this whole year, and starting with like probably one of the lower budget ones, Redneck Zombies, and then like probably like middle of the road. That's also Slimed was probably even lower budget.
I literally
than that.
cannot remember a single thing from Redneck Zombies. Just flashes.
I
You
will
don't
tell you
remember, I
this,
remember
Ray,
that pretty
I don't remember
vividly.
words.
Ray,
I don't remember.
Well,
fucking
I had
scenes.
never seen Red Zombies until I met you, and I have to say, it's actually become one of my favorite trauma movies.
It's fucking hilarious, right?
It's not even fucking. No,
I need to
hold
watch it
on.
again.
He's got some
hold
good
on,
characters, though.
Ray,
It's got some good characters in there.
Hilarious?
It has
No, sir.
characters.
That is fucking. It is like cinema. It's avant-garde, bro. Right? I'm not even fucking with you, man. I love all the trippy scenes. What they did, what they had
The
to with the fucking
characters.
camera.
Tobacco
The Tobacco Man, my favorite fucking character. They need to make a movie on Tobacco Man. Tobacco Man gonna help you. Like, I don't know. That guy is like, fuck Tobacco Man. What's his story about, man? Fuck all the zombies. Anyways, go on, man. Sorry about that.
So yeah, again,
Your trauma rating.
this is what I said. It was 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
98-pound nerds.
Yeah.
So as far as my normal movie rating, I'm gonna fucking give it a 4 out of 5 again, man. Because like I feel like across the board, it's just a good movie to enjoy. If anyone who's seen this movie or will see this movie, of course, it's just like a spoof on superhero movies, and it's got the fucking soundtrack to go with it.
By the way, that soundtrack just goes on and on.
Yeah, yeah, it, like, doesn't stop.
everything.
It's never annoying though.
Yeah.
Like it's
No, it
always,
isn't.
It's
No,
always
amazing, dude.
It's always really.
But
good.
it's funny how they just fucking like, you know what? Goddamn, we paid for these fucking songs. We're gonna play these fucking songs.
We need to get this movie rolling like on the fucking beat right here, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so again, trauma rating 4 out of 5, 98-pound nerds, and normal 4 out of 5. Anything stars, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, even like on any of the other movie rating websites, it's rated fairly high as far as
70% on Rotten Tomatoes. God damn, man, what the fuck? There's some like big budget movies I don't even get anywhere near
for sure.
No,
because I mean, this is like way more entertaining. You can't. It's just a good
like
time.
Any
if you're watching trauma
movie,
any trauma movie, you're in just to watch for a good time. You're not looking for any sort of. Maybe there are some hidden in-depth messages in there. We talked about like the the transsexual.
They had the they had the transsexual transvestite gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They had a lot of.
they got Nazis. They got
a lot of even like homosexuals who are
And
part of the whole gang and family. They're not being
they've
left
got,
out. You know.
fucking opening scene on the
They've
two
got,
towers.
the socially
hello,
ostracized,
what are you trying to say, Lloyd Kaufman?
Bill
you know
Cooper would have
something?
something to say about
Yeah,
it, but
they've
Bill
got,
Cooper's dead.
corrupt politicians.
Well, now it's
Yeah.
fucking what's the guy's Infowars guy would
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones has something to say about him.
Fuck Alex Jones.
Nah, I'm saying.
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lloyd Kaufman knows. He knew what was going on.
He's turning the frogs.
There we go. Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. I was like the gay frogs guy.
gay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
well,
4 out of 5. 4 out of 5.
I guess
That's my rating.
I'll go on.
Go ahead, Bryce.
So, yes, I will also give it a 4 out of 5 on regular movies.
Regular movie. Okay.
Yeah, a regular movie. That's fine. And it's pretty entertaining as far as like, you know, again, this is the flagship fucking Troma movie, right? Launched a fucking toy line, launched a cartoon. I mean, what other Troma movies?
It's a fucking franchise.
Yeah, it's a
came out of
franchise,
this, like-
man. Come on, this is like you know, the '80s was all about franchises. Man.
Yep.
So hey, this is probably their most successful Troma movie.
One of them.
Yeah.
I mean, no, sorry. Yeah. No.
I would say it's probably their most successful. I mean,
yeah.
Romeo and Juliet was. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it has like the you know. And I will say this: it probably has more in production quality, but I don't know if it has the staying power of Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think it's not.
right,
No.
Yeah,
It hasn't reached that
has more
status
production
yet.
value.
It
I
hasn't
think
reached that status,
Troma
I'd
and
say.
Juliet is more like tongue in cheek.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
this one is just
Can't wait for
Great.
Troma Tempest 2020. But anyways, man. And as far as Troma, I'm gonna. This is controversial for the Troma, but and I love Troma movies. But I'm gonna give it a. I'm giving it a 5 suntan boobs, sunline, fucking tan line boobs.
There you
out of
go.
5. Sorry. Have you seen the movie? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because I love this movie, and I hadn't seen it in a long time, and I'm so glad we got to come fucking back to watch it because it's been a long time since I seen it, and I forgot how fucking awesome it is.
Yeah.
So you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do 5 out of 5 for Troma.
All right.
That's good.
Okay.
5 out of 5 tan line boobs. All right.
Yeah.
It's them 80 boobies, man.
Yeah, it was,
80s
man.
boobies.
Those pointy 80s boobies.
So perky.
So
And they all have that same kind of
you
tan
may
line.
have
I
to
don't
you may have to
understand
beep that out. Yeah, they do, man.
that. Yeah, it's weird. Like, I don't know what the deal is. Oh, of course, they're all like tanning.
Can I
and
say
shit like that.
boobies on this podcast?
We've seen. We said fuck, titties, cunt, butt, Roland, what's your rating?
So my normal movie rating of this, I mean,
I don't even listen.
I love this whole thing. But yeah, as far as normal movies go, like if I was going to compare it, I love it, but I mean that's a bias. If I'm going to be objective about this,
You know what? He's right. We weren't objective about it.
No, of course not.
if
Why
I'm
not?
if I'm going to be, so that's the thing. Like, so the Troma.
Look at Roland trying to be motherfucking Siskel and Ebert up and. God damn.
Somebody
man.
has to.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'll
for
give
sure.
it for normal movies, I'll give it a 3.5.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
That's not bad. That isn't. You know,
know, like-
that's more than half.
Right. There you go. Slightly more than half. Hey, just give you that little tip.
Well, yeah.
No, this I fucking love this movie. I grew up on the fucking cartoon and the action figures, Toxic Avenger, and
I had one of the toys, man. Yeah,
those
I had
toys
Toxie.
were
Yeah.
shit awesome.
That was
cool.
one bumpy ass fucking action figure.
Those things are ass ugly. Yeah,
For
you
sure.
got a fucking guy in a tutu with a mop
Yeah, dude.
and a face of
It
mother.
was just like all bumpy though, man. Like I still
Yeah.
remember, like anyway.
Yeah. It's like a giant wart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not the tumor. Troma film. As far as Troma films go, this is my favorite. Like, period. No contest to any of the others. This is what I like. Epitomize and identify Troma films with. Fucking
Yeah.
Toxic Avenger.
They definitely put their heart and souls in it. I mean, it's
And-
for God's sakes, like that's their fucking logo. Like whenever you see like Troma approved on a fucking DVD, or Toxie approved.
Yeah.
He's
It's-
always on the
it's
fucking
that
front of it. Yeah.
butt ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
Fuck ugly face, bastard. No, I'll give it 5 out of 5 for my Troma rating.
Wow.
But 5 out of 5 what, Roland?
So I was trying to think of something for that besides the 98-pound dweeb.
98-pound nerd.
Nerd.
Tan titties.
Tan titties. I know. I
Tan
want
line
something.
Tan line titties. Sorry.
5 out of 5 blind girlfriends.
All right.
A blind bimbo. So they call her bimbo.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
That's right. Yeah. Or 5 out of 5 Melvins.
No, okay, that's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll go with that.
What was? Oh, and speaking of which, what were they gonna call him originally? In the fucking,
So originally he was Melvin Ferd the third, and then they changed that to
Melvin Ferd the third.
Yeah,
Yes.
they changed it to like Melvin
whatever his,
something.
Yeah, whatever his
else,
last name.
like
was.
Flun or Flun.
So they could
Fuck
rhyme
off.
Ferd with nerd.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, guys.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's what I'm going with. 5 out of 5 Melvins out of that.
all right. So I guess this brings our exploration into Troma Entertainment
The beginning
To a close.
of
Deep
our
dive.
exploration.
the end of the beginning.
There you go.
The end of the
God, no.
yeah.
Okay, Smashing Pumpkins.
the beginning
Billy
of
Corgan,
the
son
end.
of a bitch.
Beginning is the end of the beginning.
The world is dead.
The end of the beginning of the
Batman and
beginning
Robin soundtrack?
of the trilogy.
No. Oh, you know what?
Watchmen?
You're
That's
right.
right.
Watchmen
Good thing
originally,
Watchmen.
but they didn't use it.
No.
You mean
No.
It was in the trailer.
No. They did Batman and Robin soundtrack, which was the end is the beginning
I
is the
thought that
end.
was
and then when they did
the
Watchmen,
techno-y
they did
one for
the
fucking
beginning is the end is the
They
beginning.
did the weird
Yeah.
techno remix or fuck watch, but Watchmen didn't end up using
That was
it.
already on the Batman and Robin soundtrack though.
Yeah. The world is dead and blown. But they didn't. Here's the thing though, they didn't end up using it on the soundtrack. They had it for the trailer, but something happened with the licensing, so they didn't actually use it.
No, but
so
I'm just saying like it was
edgy.
both songs were originally in the Batman and Robin soundtrack.
Okay. I thought it was a good song for the.
I like the song a
I thought
lot.
it was a good song for Watchmen trailer. I wish they had kept the license to it for the soundtrack, but
That song made me think that Batman and Robin was gonna be good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I got sucked in, man. I'm
You-
sorry.
So the
you
nipple suit didn't
saw-
throw you off, huh?
Right, no.
No, I was like,
No, he
Or
saw,
the fucking the Arnold Schwarzenegger
he
as
saw
Mr. Freeze.
Alicia
no.
Silverstone.
Are you
and
kidding
was
me?
like,
With that song playing in the
"Yes!"
background, I was like fucking in all the way. And I saw the movie, I was like,
Got
this is
them.
shit.
Or Uma Thurman
We'll
as
get that
Poison Ivy.
freeze.
I mean, with those, with
That movie
music,
was
those lyrics,
that
come on,
movie
man.
was a just a
movie
giant
was
pun. Man.
absolute
It was a
trash.
giant pun.
It was funny as
Everyone had a
fuck.
fucking one-liner.
What killed the dinosaurs?
Yeah,
The Ice Age.
Everybody freeze. Chill.
Even like, and then even what's her name? Uma Thurman had to have every kind of like
Yeah.
plant-based fucking
Right.
pun.
My vagina is a flower.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck. Like, you
You know what my favorite painter is? Georgia O'Keeffe. He puts on the fucking flower.
Get in my ass. Okay, slut.
Okay, so again, this is not going to be the end of our Troma
No.
exploration. This is just
Yeah,
the beginning.
the tip.
You know,
They got a lot of.
there's a lot of fucking
material.
movies.
Gotta work
that
our
we
ways
got,
down to the
yeah.
shaft.
This was just our
Slowly.
first
Reach the base.
time,
Cup
I guess,
the
in CineQuest
balls.
video, exploring
This is the
the
cock,
spec-
this
the
is the cock
spectrums.
ring.
the
Tease.
spectrums of cinema.
The cock ring of
yeah,
fucking
There you
Troma.
go.
we had Criterion,
Right.
Yeah.
we have Troma.
There we go. There you
Both
go.
ends
Eventually
of the
they will
spectrum,
meet
you know?
in the middle.
Yeah, they will be in the middle.
You
Make
know what
some-
Criterion?
to make
Criterion.
Avengers:
oughta-
Infinity War.
The Frankenstein ass fuck ugly
Criterion should fucking make
baby.
controversial topic or controversial statement. Criterion, pick up Toxic Avenger, you motherfuckers.
They're gonna make. Oh shit!
Why not?
Damn, they should, right?
Yeah, come on,
But they're
Criterion.
just distributing movies. They're not making them.
Oh, I know,
really?
but what the fuck? Put it on your list or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's right. They should.
It doesn't. They don't always have to be gems.
It is.
Hey,
in
you
this
all,
case.
you all have fucking Armageddon on your goddamn fucking thing. Give me a break, man.
I don't want to close my eyes.
Don't wanna fall asleep.
Come on, Roland.
I miss you, baby.
Yeah, there you go.
Get some scat down on
Squibbly babbly bam.
Pudding pops. Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, we're bringing this episode to a close. This is our last CineQuest of the year. We'll see you in 2020, where we will be starting off with action movies with either the funniest or the worst villains,
We're gonna-
and horror movie trilogies. We're going to be starting off with John Carpenter. We don't know what action movie we're going to be doing first, but the first trilogy we're going to be discussing for the first 3 months, January, February, March, is the Apocalypse trilogy. Fight me on that shit, Bryce, right now. Fight me on that shit.
Are we gonna watch the remake of the thing or the original?
No, the original.
Only?
John Carpenter, bitch.
I know, but come on.
They're remaking part of the fucking like Apocalypse trilogy.
It's
Yeah, like, see, he's rolling his eyes right now. He's rolling his
I've
fucking
never
eyes.
heard of this fucking shit until I met Ray. None of the movies that whatever. Fuck it. Go on.
Just
whatever.
a quick preview. It's gonna be The Thing. It's gonna be Prince of Darkness and In the Mouth of Madness.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, stick with that. So it should
With
be
your
fun.
boy Sam Neill. Was Event Horizon also a
yeah,
part of that
exactly.
fucking like
Should be.
Yeah,
that
that wasn't John
fucking
Carpenter.
trilogy.
That wasn't John
No, it
Carpenter.
doesn't matter.
No,
I mean, what
it's Sam Neill.
John.
what the fuck we're gonna throw?
John
Because they're all made
Carpenter.
with John Carpenter.
We're gonna watch Jurassic
Weren't you
Park.
also telling me that motherfucking Halloween 3 was part of that shit too?
No, I never said
Is
that.
that
I thought you were trying to throw that in some
No,
bullshit.
no,
It's a
no.
quadrilogy. Halloween 3 is in there.
Quadrilogy.
the season of the witch?
What the hell? Season
I
of the Witch
never
is in
said
there too.
that. What the hell? Escape from LA too. What
all-
the hell? Escape from New York as
That's
well.
all. That's all
No, only
apocalyptic.
Escape from LA. and
Fucking-
John Carpenter's
you wanna get-
vampires. It's
you wanna
all
get
the same
technical?
universe.
They live. That's fucking
Big
do that shit
little,
too.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Body bags too. Fuck it. Throw it in there too.
It's getting
Body bags,
complicated. All right, we're gonna
This
have
fucking
Vampires.
vampires. Yeah, the
Yeah.
first one. Yeah.
That's right.
I gotta go watch Vampires. I haven't seen that movie.
That
forever.
movie's-
The movie's fucking great. I love
Yeah,
that
it's
movie.
It,
Dude.
it is James Woods'
The
name.
soundtrack is really
Bitch
cool.
bit me. The fucking Baldwin.
You know what you need to watch though? You need to watch Vampires 2 with Eddie Winslow.
No,
and
I've
John
seen
Bon
it.
Jovi.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Watch
Wasn't it a
that
sci-fi
shit.
original, a sci-fi original?
No, I
Is
don't
that
know
as
if it
good?
was.
That's where I saw
Is
it.
that as good as the
No.
the Crow with Eddie Furlong?
Oh
No, that's
better.
garbage.
It's better.
It's way better than that.
So much better. That's
Yeah.
that's
if
not
you
a
have
good
Eddie
thing to-
Winslow saying, "You ain't lived, you got head from a vampire." Eddie Winslow, bro, come on now.
Now I gotta see
his
that.
his fucking voice.
So terrible.
It's so bad.
But you know what?
It's not Edward Furlong
We're
bad.
gonna, we've done like Trauma that is kind of like trash cinema.
It's not even the
We're
Crow
gonna
City
do
of
like
Angels bad.
real trash cinema
Crow
in the
City of
sense
Angels?
Yeah, it's not even that.
where we
bad.
talk about movies like The Crow with Edward Furlong.
Crow
Edward
City of
Furlong.
Angels, Iggy Pop. As
And-
a heroin addict.
and the
'Cause
Yellow
he is-
Ranger.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Yellow Ranger is a
Fucking
fucking
Power
villain.
Rangers.
Died
Yeah.
trying before she fucking like crashed off that mountain. That's probably why she fucking died after she made that one.
She didn't kill herself. She killed herself. Like this is meant to be look like an
Yeah,
accident.
exactly. It's conspiracy.
I don't know. In that movie, she put me through puberty.
It's hot.
Man.
hot, 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 hot.
Yeah, she was hot in the movie, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Got a
Come
leather
on.
suit.
We didn't watch that
Fucking
movie for
Come
the
on.
story. What? Oh, fuck that
We're
guy.
we're
Saber-tooth tiger.
Saber-tooth tiger.
God damn. Okay, so
It's my fun time.
we didn't introduce anyone in the beginning. This is a CineQuest video for last one for 2019. My name is Ray.
That's Roland.
Bryce.
And fortunately, Daniel or Ron couldn't be here, but we'll see them again in 2020.
Yeah.
Or not, we'll see them.
Y'all
You'll just
done
listen to them.
fucked
So
up.
fuck it. All right. Later.
Right.